Enjoy. Enjoy the share. Yeah, and keep knowing your magic. We just Greetings, everyone. Hi, it's me, Miss Blue, the Oracle. Now, as you know, we are about to dive into Planet Remix. And as we get ready to get into the cipher, I do want to let you know that it is Planet Remix, and a lot of times we cover adult content. So at this time, if you have anyone who's a minor, I would suggest that you put your headset on or get yourself in a place where you can enjoy your time on Planet Remix. But until then, put the babies out, do what you need to do so we can be responsible while knowing our magic. This show, this information, we dive into a lot of things that are adult content. And so, therefore, if you are a minor, I want you to stop what you're doing right now, and I definitely want you to get your parent or your guardian's consent before diving into the remix. Well, enjoy. Enjoy the share. Yeah, and keep knowing your magic. We just gotta be responsible while growing up on planet Earth. Peace and greetings, soul family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome on in to Planet Remix Radio. Welcome on in. We're going to get started in just a moment. I see everybody getting themselves all situated in the blue room. And once again, we are here at this time, kind of unexpected, but we are here. Yeah, welcome on in. The Blue Room is open, and you are certainly more than welcome to find your way on over and join us in the Blue Room. So come on in. How are you feeling? How are you doing? And oh my goodness, are you feeling this energy? This energy of this total lunar eclipse that is happening in Scorpio. And we have the sun in Taurus. It's a whole lot going on. And I know you can feel it. I know you can feel all of this transformational energy. But welcome on in. Let's get those likes up so we can let everyone know that we are live on Planet Remix. I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and I want to welcome you on in, each and every single one of you. Welcome on in to Planet Remix. I am going to be taking your calls tonight, so I do want to give you some cosmic directions because I want us to talk a little bit. This is a Sirius, right? As in the star Sirius. This is a serious spiritual marker that we are embarking ourselves on at this time. And so because of that, I did decide, and especially by the request of so many of you, that I will be coming on tonight so that we can have this time together right as we are on just crossing this gateway, this powerful gateway. But the energy has been here for a minute. So it's a couple of things that I want to talk to you about. And what I have coined as the HoneyDew Expansion, because that's what we're all going through right now. This is a honeydew expansion. But don't worry about that. We're going to get into more of what that actually is, how you can begin to work with this energy, and what does it mean for us going forward. Because this eclipse energy is so powerful, and we are about to do a total cosmic remix. And we're going to talk about that as well. This energy is going to be felt for the next 6 months. And the impact, the everlasting impact, is going to last for years and years to come. So we want to get ourselves into the proper alignment, the proper cosmic alignment. We want to make sure that when we're stepping out into this energy and we're navigating ourselves, that number one, we do have the understanding that is needed for ourselves at this time. And we have many tools. And we definitely know how to tap in to all of the technology that lives inside of us, starting with our intuition, because that's going to be so key, so empowering at this particular time. And then next, we're going to talk about what that means and what that looks like for you. And some of the ways that you can maximize this energy at this time, because it's a game changer for sure. So welcome on in to Planet Remix Radio. Wow. So glad to have you all here. The first thing I want us to do is definitely, let's just take that moment of silence. And we're going to just send out some blessings. Send those blessings out to all of the star beings on planet Earth. and then send out some ashes to all of the ancestors as well. Ashe, ashe, ashe. And now we're just going to send out some sparkles, and that's going to go out to each and every single one of you. Each and every single one of you. Yeah. The HoneyDew Expansion. And that title was actually channeled by a starseed themselves, Baby Blue. And she gave me that title for tonight. And it is so fitting. You know, at first I thought, the HoneyDew Expansion. And then after going into the Akashic records and looking in the Premiere files, that's exactly what that is. It's exactly what we're experiencing. And guess what? It's not the first time that we actually have experienced the HoneyDew Expansion. So we're going to talk about that. I want to say welcome to the seen and the unseen. Welcome on in to Planet Remix Radio. I definitely want to invite you. I see many of you are on the phone lines. Now, I want to say this because when we came on, was that yesterday? No, that was the day before yesterday. When we came on Tuesday night, the phone lines were filled up. So if you want to get on the phone lines, I would tell you to do that now because later in the share, I will be taking your phone calls. All right. So the call-in number 515-605-9794 is the number to call. Now, if you are calling from one of our international countries, I do want you to dial the U.S. country code first, and then 515-605-9794. I also want to let you know the Blue Room is open. The Blue Room is open, and listen, the Soul Family is in the building. The Star Seeds, the Star Beans is in the house tonight. And I'm going to give you some cosmic directions. So you can come on over and you can join them in the Blue Room. You're going to come on over to YouTube. And once you come over to YouTube, you're going to type in Blue, Blue, that's me, and then Raz, Ras, and then Berry, Berry. That's me too. And then you're going to come on in. And once you get inside, the Soul Family is in there. The moderators are in the house. We got Lola Falana. We got Mr. Dante in the building. And I'm sure Lance will be joining us soon as well, along with all of the Soul Family. And they're going to sure make you feel welcome and right at home. Right at home. Yeah. So that's a way for you to come over. Now, if you're calling in from an international number, you can actually go over to blogtalkradio.com/the remix, and you can use the direct connect so that you can lock yourself in. Meanwhile, let's let the rest of our Soul Family know that we are live and for them to come on over and join us. And one of those ways that we can do that, so we can just kind of give some cosmic, nudges out there to YouTube, into the algorithm, is by getting those likes up. So go ahead. I want to encourage you to hit that like button and also to subscribe. If you're not already subscribed to Planet Remix, to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to do some shots out for everyone who's here. And definitely would love for you all to do some shots out from the Blue Room. You can tell us who you are, where you're from, what city, what state, what country you are representing. And I want to give a very, very, very special shout out to Lady Grace. Lady Grace. And if you all don't know who the magnificent, I call her the Oracle because she is an Oracle, Lady Grace in Marjorie, which is her daughter. And I know we all know Marjorie, but we're sending so much love out to Lady Grace as she's listening in with us here tonight and sending her so much love, such a divine soul. And yeah, we're going to get a chance to have Lady Grace sort of grace us with her presence. I want to make sure that you all can hear me on the phone line. So if you're on the phone lines, let me know if you can hear, if there is sound on the phone lines. If you're on the phone lines and you're in the blue room, let me know if you have sounds. Oh, she is so happy. Love you, Lady Grace. But let me know if you all can hear on the phone lines. I know you can hear inside the blue room. Phone lines have sound. Thank you, AA. Love it. Yes, and sound in the blue room. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, that's a beautiful thing. So all systems are go. Let's get those likes up. We got well over 100 people in the blue room, and we want to let everyone know. Um, I'm not sure what that means. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna test. We're gonna test the blue room. We're gonna test the phone lines out. Some of you are saying you can't hear on the phone lines. When can you hear on the phone lines? When you dial in, you will be able to hear on the phone lines. So if you dial in on the phone lines, you'll be able to hear. But welcome in. Tonight is not going to be, you know how we keep it. You know what I do. We're going to keep it real, raw. We're going to throw it in with a little bit of sexiness in there, just because we got that Scorpio energy out here. But there are some things that I do want us to talk about. First things first, because I do want to get this up, is I definitely want to do this. I want to go ahead and play some Baby Blue.
La 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 la, the remix. Hey, this is Baby Blue. And remember, if nothing else moves you, life will.
That is so true. Say it with me. If nothing else moves you, life will. If nothing else moves you, life will. If nothing else truly moves you, life will. And that statement, and for those of you who have been here, you know, that statement itself really speaks to this energy that we have right here of this total lunar eclipse that we are embarking ourselves on right now. Right now. It's a really, really, really big deal. It's a big deal for this lunar eclipse for many, many different reasons, but we're going to talk about the reasons why it's so connected to us. We have this energy of Scorpio, and we love this energy of Scorpio, but we know that Scorpio is also the energy of life, death, and rebirth. And so, what is being asked upon us at this time is that in order for you to get to something new, you have to let something die. Now, in theory, we understand that nothing ever truly dies. But something has to transform. It has to transform. It has to go from where it is to transforming itself. because there are some things that we have hidden deep, deep, deep down inside of us on an emotional level. And these things, no matter how great and magnificent and wonderful you are at this point, and I know you are, it is still sort of holding a part of you back from embracing and embodying your whole self. And this is just an opportunity. You do not have to take advantage of this. This is just an opportunity. If you choose to step further into your divine greatness of who you are, that you can do this. And with this total lunar eclipse in Scorpio, and then we have something else that just is coming into the mix, and that is the sun in Taurus. You know, all of these things will start to come together. And as we get further and further and further into this point, because we've been in this energy, and I know it has been a purging, it's been a cleansing, and we've been doing this since the middle of May. And we will continue to be in this energy. We will continue to move through this energy well until we get to, we're going to get to this energy all the way through. But the eclipse is where we say yes. We say yes. We say yes to this. We say yes, that we do want to let go of anything that has gotten old. We have. And the things that will come to the surface are the things that have been hidden, the things that have been suppressed, the things that have been pushed away, the things that we have turned a blind eye to, the things that we don't want to admit about ourselves. And this is an opportunity, as I like to say, to be involved in our lives in a very powerful way, to jump in. To jump in. Now, I know a lot of people talk about, and they feel this energy with this eclipse to be that of negative energy, but I don't really see it as negative energy. I really don't. I think this particular eclipse here is going to bring about some very beautiful energy and some very beautiful alignments. And here's how you can do that. It's some steps that you need to be fully aware of for that to happen. And that is, you have to allow yourself to be raw. You know? And when I say raw, you all know, because I keep it real, I keep it raw. This is what we do on Planet Remix, but you have to allow yourself to be raw. And you know when something is raw, sometimes it can be a little rough. I like my crystals raw. I like them when they come straight out of the mine, straight out of the dirt. I want them raw. I don't want you to polish it up. I don't want you to put it in a cute little shape. I don't want you to shine it. I want it to be raw. So when you allow yourself to become raw, you are really opening up yourself to all parts of who you are. You are opening up yourself. You are exposing yourself. You are in essence saying, look at me, all of me. Just look at me. You know, I played that song a couple of weeks ago when this energy first came up. And the song was, Look at Me, I Am Changing. Do you all remember that? I'm not going to sing it, but I know you all are aware of it. Look at me, I am changing. You know the song. I'm changing. Yes, changing. See, when you're raw, when you're open, you're not so put together. You know, oftentimes I used to, back in the day, do a lot of work to try to keep the inflection in my voice to be exactly the same. And so when I was speaking, there would be no highs, there would be no lows, there would just be straight tone. But that was a difficult feat for me to do naturally. In fact, it made me feel like I was literally suffocating, like I was holding my breath. And then my guides told me, what are you doing? You have to let this energy flow through you. And those highs and those lows, those deep, deep, deep lows, and those really, 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 really highs, that vibration, that frequency, when you're speaking it, it is elevation, it is activation, it is healing for you, and it is healing for anyone who comes in your presence and they receive the frequencies. So one of my very, very first websites, before I dove into even understanding of this unseen world or this expansive world of consciousness, way before 2012, was called Vibrational Healing. I didn't even understand what that truly meant. But I know all my life I have been told things, both good, bad, and indifferent, about my voice. But it wasn't my voice. It was the frequency. It was the vibration. I received further confirmation about this rawness, this openness, exposing myself. It's when I was doing soul sessions. And when I was doing a soul session, I took my daughter under in this soul session. Because, of course, children will do anything you ask them. At least my children do. And when she was in this soul session and when I took her into this regression state, there was a lot of things that was said in that particular session. And with each one of these soul sessions, we got so much understanding, so much insight about the world, not just the person and things that they have been connected to throughout lifetimes and lifetimes. I was doing this work well in the early 2000s. And she talked about existing on other planets, being a part of different star systems, This is way before I heard the word starseed and had no understanding of what that word meant. And one of the things she revealed was one about her past life in ancient Egypt and her sitting in this golden chair adorned with all of these head dressings and beautiful jewels and gems and gold, and having a bowl of fruit. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. She also revealed that the voice is connected directly to the soul. And that was something we carried throughout our practice, and we passed that lesson on to all of you. And many of the other lessons from the readings that I've done with all of you. So I say that because this is a time where my voice was something that I did not like. It was something I wanted to hide. I couldn't stand the sound of my own frequency for much of my life. I didn't like the reaction, nor did I understand the reaction of people when I would speak. I tell you this because I know that many of you are holding on to things, whether it's an idea, maybe it's a secret, maybe it's something you don't want to share, maybe it's something you're holding deep inside. But this is the time that you allow yourself the courage to come face to face and take a look at you, all of you. The illumination of light, of this light, this cosmic light, is bringing things into light. And what will happen as a result is it is going to give you some very, very deep, deep soul clarity. You will be able to see the full picture and deal with it. So whatever that is for you at this time, because if you've lived a little time on planet Earth, you've gone through these pivotal marks before in your life. Some of us may have gone through them many, many times. Wow. Thank you, tribal servant. I have to read the Blue Room. So I want you to know, don't be afraid. Don't be scared of what's coming. This doesn't have to be negative. This is an opportunity to do what needs to be done. Maybe this is, you need to get some things organized in your life, and you've been putting it off and putting it off. This is the time to do it. You know that you may need to take better care of your health. In fact, that's on my list as one of those things that I'm making this commitment to go forward, to get very, very real with, is health and fitness. Health and fitness. And when you think about health, I don't want you to just think about the physical health. How is your financial health? How is your relationship health? How is, I will say it, your mental health? How is it? How is that health? We need to see it because we have remixed the energy to be completely different. See, up until this point and for a very long time, we would get a new moon. And during that new moon, we would plant our seeds and we would do our manifestation and do the things that we wanted to do. We would do that. But I don't know if you noticed it or not, but we had 2 Aries moons back to back. Did anybody catch that? We had 2 Aries moons prior to now, back to back. And now we're doing something that is a total cosmic remix. We are having a Scorpio full moon. So going forward, in order for you to get to your manifestation, and I'm not saying that you cannot manifest anytime, because the truth is you can manifest all the time and you are manifesting all the time. Here's the difference. Watch me closely. Now, you're going to have to show and prove. So now the full moon is coming first. So you have to transform and go through your transformation before the new moon. So we have a full moon starting first. Next, we will have a new moon. The energy is different. The energy is different. So, it's a different cycle, a different era we have walked in. We have entered into HoneyDew Expansion. So that means normally we count from the new moon to the full moon. And just because you trick it in your mind and think you're going to skip over this full moon because we just had a full moon, it's not going to work for you. You're going to be out of sync with nature. You're going to be out of sync with the universe. Out of sync. So this full moon, this total full moon that's here, is requiring you to let it go. Feel what you need to feel, because Scorpio wants you to feel all the feelings, and you will. You may want to cry. You may want to shout. You may want to sing. You may want to fight. You may want to get jealous. You may want to get angry. You may want to get upset. You may want to yell. You may want to curse. You may want to be by yourself. Or you might be feeling a little sexy. You may want to dance. You may want to do all of those things. But now, this alignment, and I'm not going to go into the whole astrology alignment. This has never happened, and we're moving into times that has never happened and will never happen again, not in any of this lifetime. So allow yourself. If you're feeling this energy, it's here for your spiritual growth and your transformation. It wants you to move beyond your perspective, to go beyond your perspective. If you feel something that is triggering to you, this is where you need to do your work. Because the focus is about you going inside. It's asking you to step into the light. We typically think of being in darkness or those things that we keep hidden inside of ourselves as maybe something we need to work on. But sometimes it's the greatest parts of who we are. And we're scared to unleash that onto the world. We're scared of our own greatness. We're afraid of our own greatness. But the divine is really asking us to make these things visible and raw, because this is going to empower you to really, really be who you were born to be. Instead of feeling like you need protection, because that's an illusion too, or you need to feel safe, that's an illusion too. This is an opportunity to bring more self-love and open up to something new in your life, and to bring in something new, to allow it to come up from the depths of your soul so that you can become very transparent with yourself, with who you are. With who you are. And so the question, and this can be many different things for many of us, depending on where we are in our lives. Quite frankly, some people will not feel this. They may not feel it right now. Maybe it'll hit you next week. Or maybe it will hit someone so close to you that it'll take your own breath away. So, I would encourage you to not be arrogant with yourself and others at this time, and to trust in the power of love. And to ask yourself, what do you need in your life right now? What do you really need? What do you need right now? Is it a cry? Is it a yell? Is it a scream? Is it just some good, healthy food, some soul food? Is it to watch a good Netflix documentary? Is it to be in nature? A lot of things are coming back around in your life tonight. A lot of things. Friends are coming back in. Old co-workers, you're meeting people. Old relationships. It's really up to you, though. if you choose to bring it back or to break the cycle. And some of those cycles will be things in your mind. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some of them. Some of them will truly be in your mind. Mm-hmm. Just some things to talk about. If you are feeling like a victim right now, I want you to stop it because you are not a victim. And this is the time to take your power back. This is the time to take your power back, not from a person, not from a place, not from a thing. We talked about this last night in Self-Invested, but to take your power back from your mind. From your mind. Give it to your higher self, or give it to your heart. But remember, the heart is neutral. So a lot of times we will be saying our heart is making us feel a certain way, when really it's our mind. So remember, the heart, this is the portal. It is the gateway of where the physical and the spiritual world both meet. It is a neutral zone. A neutral zone. So, just wanted to give us a little bit on that honeydew expansion before we get ready to talk. But I want to talk about the honeydew and why this is so significant at this time. So we all know what a honeydew melon is. The honeydew melon goes back, and it dates all the way back to ancient Egypt. I'm talking 24,000 plus BCE. You can see the honeydew in the hieroglyphs. And I actually had some beautiful honeydew today. So everywhere from Morocco, from Turkey to China, all over the world, Central America, of course, the United States, everywhere, all over the world, the honeydew is there. Now, this honeydew is, the ancient Egyptians, the Kemites, regarded the honeydew as a sacred food. Sacred. Sacred. It's a sacred food. It represents the divine feminine. It's feminine energy that is in the honeydew melon. The honeydew melon also was a time when the honeydew melon was ripe, and the Egyptians knew it was ripe. They would offer the honeydew melon up when they were entering in to a new cycle, a new era. And even when the honeydew melon was brought to the Americas, the seeds were brought in on the ship of Christopher Columbus and the crew, brought by some of those from the African diaspora who brought the honeydew seeds to America. And this was one of the seeds that was planted for the new world. And so as we step into this new world, the honeydew expansion, because the honeydew has expanded itself all throughout the world. It is much like our physical bodies, because the honeydew is 90% water. 90% water. And every electrolyte in your body that you could possibly need as an essential, the honeydew has it within it. This makes this magical fruit one for the records. It has vitamin A, vitamin C, potassium. It has all kinds of things in it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. B6, vitamin K, potassium, magnesium, all of these things in the honeydew melon. It helps to regulate blood pressure. So it's powerful for that. Very nutritious for your bone health, to help you with your bones. It also helps you with your blood sugar levels. Excellent for that. Rich in electrolytes. So if you're drinking Gatorade and different drinks to get your electrolytes, to get your potassium, your magnesium, your sodium, your calcium, you could actually just eat a honeydew melon. It helps with beautiful skin health. It helps with your immune system, your digestion, because it has fiber in the melon. And it also helps with your vision, not just your third eye vision, but also your eye health as well. So it helps energetically with this expansion energy. And this is why it's one of the sacred fruits that was given at the time of a new era. The honeydew was eaten. So, yeah, I would encourage you to get that honeydew and get you couple of slices of that honeydew in you, and then take the seeds and save them until the new moon, because I wouldn't recommend doing a ritual at this time. Not a set ritual, but waiting until the new moon and holding those seeds. And for each one of those seeds, everything that you were willing to let go of or transmute or transmit at this time, you give a name for each one of the seeds and keep that many seeds. And then when the new moon comes, you will use those seeds in a ritual for manifestation of the transmuted energy of what you want to change that from. So let's say that you know for a fact that one of the things that you should really let go at this time is maybe you want to put something out into the world, but you're afraid, and you may or may not know what you're afraid of, but you're willing to let the fear go. And so, because you are willing to let that fear go, you will keep one of the seeds from the honeydew melon. And then, when the new moon comes, you're going to say, what are you going to transmute that energy in? Because anything that we take out, whether it's energetically, physically, this is a spiritual principle, and you must put something else in. And I learned that from doing energy healing and through Reiki Master. You're going to put that energy in. So you're going to transmute that energy into something positive with that honeydew seed. And we'll talk about doing some different rituals with that honeydew seed when the new moon comes. But these are the things I want you to do. So you may need to sit quietly. I would recommend that when tomorrow comes, that you take some time and just sit in complete darkness. I talk about my black room meditation that I often did for many, many years when I was dealing with some female issues and attempting to heal myself, which I did, is sitting in complete darkness. Or maybe you need to go out for a walk so you can scream, you could yell, you can shout and do what you need to do. But whatever it is you need to do, you do that. Maybe you jump up and down and laugh and watch your favorite movies, and you laugh until you cry. Whatever that is that you need to do, I would encourage you to do it. So, just want to share that with you all. Just want to share that. Welcome on in. I see Goddess Rainwater is in the building. Talk about magical. Definitely. I love you, Rain. So good to see you. And welcome everyone on in. It is well over 170 people just in the Blue Room alone. Let's get those likes up so we can have our soul family find us. And if this is your very first time joining us, let me be the first to say, welcome, 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 welcome to Planet Remix Radio. I'm Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and I want to welcome you in. We're going to get ready to go to the phone lines. I think we're going to look at y'all, look at you, and look at you on the phone lines. I will be taking your calls, but until we get to, I got to share something. This is what I want to do. These next couple of months is a good time. It's a good time. And Spirit really put it on my heart. I'm going to be doing something very special. I'm going to let you all know. It'll be coming up soon. I will come back probably on the... Let me look at the date before I overcommit. I will probably come back on the 7th and announce it. But I'm going to be doing another 4-week class. But the 4-week class is straight work. If you want to do the work, this 4-week class is going to be for you. I'm going to be doing a 4-week class. It's going to be spirit quests and activation the whole way. We're going to be doing some work, really just to propel us for the rest of the year. And we're going to touch on a lot of subjects. I'm not going to say too much, but I want to put that out there now. If you are interested, one of the best ways I will tell you is to make sure that you're on the text line, or make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, right? So that you can know whenever Planet Remix is going live. Or you can also follow us on social media. Details are in the show notes. I need us to level up. And I'm talking about myself as well as you. But I need us to level up. I need us to start. No longer, if you've been listening to me, will I entertain baby questions. I'm not doing it. And I don't want you going around telling people you listening to me and you are still asking baby questions. I want you to be thoughtful, know how powerful you are, know how empowered you are, and know that you are at the level, which all of us are, at the teacher level. And I'm not saying that so you can run around and just start spitting out facts to people. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about through your presence, through your mere presence of you being who you are showing people who you are. You are teaching every time that you show up for you. Every time you show up for you, you are teaching. Doesn't mean you can't ask questions. It doesn't mean you're supposed to know everything. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I need us to level up. That's what I need you to do. I need you to level up to and know who you really are. It's time that you really, really know who you are for real. And take that with love, and take that sincere. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but life here is not promised to any of us. And very few of us, very few, will know when that time is coming. So, we're going to be about the business. I'm going to still hold your hand, but I'm going to still push you. I'm never going to let you fall, but I'm going to still push you. But time is out. Time is out. Feeling sorry for ourselves, being the victims in these situations is the worst thing that we're doing for ourselves and others around us. Have the courage. Have the courage to see the whole picture. Have the courage to know who you are. Have the courage to fall deeply and madly in love with you. Have the courage to do that so you can live your life unapologetically, so you can live your life without looking over your shoulder. You can live your life without pointing fingers. You can live your life without being angry or mad or hating or, being upset or feel like someone did you wrong or they took something from you. You can live your life. Life is worth living, so live. Truly live. And the only way we're going to do that is we have to I don't care what you're dealing with. You are not a victim. You are not. And if no one didn't tell you that today, I'm going to tell you, you're not a victim. You're not. You simply are not. None of us are. Yeah. Let's get those likes up. We're going to go to the phone lines. I don't know how long I'm going to be up here playing with y'all tonight, but I love you so much. And I definitely want us all to come on the phone lines. Oh, wait a minute. I have to tell you all something. Let me ring the bell for self-invested because I didn't do that. Ring the bell for self-invested. And when I tell you it went down in class last night, it went down in class last night. we had a self-invested after hours. It went down. It was so powerful, and I'm so proud of them and all of the work that they have been doing. So shouts out to everyone self-invested as well, self-invested for both classes and self-invested. But I want to give y'all this because I discovered one of the countries, I couldn't say the name of the country where we're trending at, but I think I know how to say the name. So I'm going to share it because it's such a beautiful place. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can find it. I'm pulling up the stats now. And I said, I can't wait to share this with Soul Family. I can't wait till I can share this with Soul Family. Here we go. All right. So the name of the place, I'm going to mess it up, but hold on. I'm going to get it right. Mauritis. If you were in class last night, then you know. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to get it right. We're going to get a little help here. We're going to get Siri to help us here. Because I know, y'all know, I'm not from any of these planets originally. Well, none of us are. I can't keep using that excuse. But I really don't speak English that well, not read it. I hear a whole new world when I hear this. Let me see if they can tell me. I need some. Where's my little dictionary at to tell me? Let's see. Hold on. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Oh, let me just go to a video. I just want to hear the pronunciation correctly. What? No video? I know you're lying. Let's see. Here we go. Give me 1 second. Mauritius. Mauritius. This is one of the countries, one of the new countries, Mauritius. I want to welcome you to Planet Remix because we have listeners who are listening in Mauritius. I'm going to spell it for you guys because I know all you smarty pantses out there. It's Mauritius, Mauritius. So we are trending in Mauritius. It is a tropical paradise island in the Indian Ocean. And it is so beautiful. Thank you, Asia. Asia said, no, that joint difficult to say. That's right, Mauritius. Well, welcome on in. We welcome you to being part of Planet Remix. But it is so beautiful there. They have amazing rainforests, beaches, mountains. It is so. Oh, Bridget said, oh my God, I went there in 2019. Shut the front door. Well, Planet Remix is doing their thing over there. Yes, I never heard of that before. Mm-hmm. Yes, it sounds like somewhere I need to be too. I would agree. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Mauritius. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mauritius. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, so we're going to get ready to go to the phone lines. How we feeling, Soul Family? 177 people in the building, 133 likes. Let's get those likes up so that we can get Soul Family there. That's right, Mauritius. You got to roll your tongue when you say it. Mauritius. You got to roll your tongue when you say that. Mauritius. Mauritius. Sounds beautiful. Sounds like a place I can kick off my shoes, relax my feet, and do what I need to do. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get ready to go to the phone lines. By the way, it's so good to see all the beautiful people in the building tonight. I'm going to go ahead and hop on them phone lines. And we're gonna get some galactic vibes up in here tonight with this HoneyDew expansion. So we're gonna go to the caller, and once you're on the phone lines, if you want to come on the phone lines, press 1 once you get on the phone lines. That way I know you're calling in and you're on the phone lines and you want to be on the phone lines. And we're going to go from there. But let's go to the caller calling in from area code 3012. 3012, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from. Hello?
Peace, Ms.Blue. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Do you have me on speakerphone, please?
I do.
Yeah. Can you take me on?
Is that better?
Say something else. Let's hear.
How's everybody? Peace.
Okay. Peace and greetings. Who's on the line?
This is Andrea.
It's who?
Andrea.
Okay. Greetings, Andrea. Where are you calling from?
Ms.Blue. I am calling from Maryland.
You're calling from Maryland. All right. And how can I help you? Is
How
this
are
your
you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Is this your first time?
No, it's not my first time.
Okay. Okay.
Probably let's say like the
Okay.
second, third time speaking with you.
Okay. Okay. And you
Um,
guys know how the story goes. My guide sort of zaps me clean, kind of like a men in
right.
black. So I don't really remember, but that could be a good thing for you. So tell me what's going on. How can I help? Yeah.
So last time I did speak to you, I did talk about uh, just just everything that was going on in my family, like the chaos. And you had told me one of my guys that had stepped up was a nurse who particularly worked with children during a plague. I want to say it was
Mm-hmm.
Black Plague. I can't remember exactly which one, but basically that's what's going on with my family right now, and just to take care of myself, pour back into myself, and that's what I've been working on. Still trying to help as best as I can, but not overdo it and pour back into myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I did have a question in regards to that. So my sister has been very sick. She's been in the ICU now for a little over a week.
Sorry
Um,
to hear that.
yeah, thank you. And I'm sorry to hear about your uncle. I know you had mentioned it
Yes. Thank
earlier
you.
in the week. So
Mm-hmm.
sending much love over that way as well.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Um, of course. So that's been going on. So I just wanted to
Okay. So
know.
you wanted to know, tell me, your
Mhm.
sister's been in ICU and you wanted to know.
Yes. Um, just okay, so the plan was to get her, before she even got there, to get her back home and set up home health. And before she would stay with my grandma. And I feel like, it's been a back and forth between my grandma and I. I feel like it would be best if she comes to my house. I'm able to assist and care. Like, my grandma's
Why?
getting older,
Why?
and I just feel like she needs a different environment.
Why?
So my grandma, she's older. She needs to take care of herself, and I know how taxing it can be to be the caregiver, just mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, everything. And I also feel like she needs a change of environment. Like my grandma, with the best intentions, of course.
Mm-hmm. And so let me ask you a
Yeah,
question. I hate to interrupt you, but I only have limited time and I want to give you the
right.
best insight because there's a couple of things that I'm picking up with this situation. The first thing I want to ask you is do you really want to be the one to take care of your sister?
Yes, with support.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yes, but with support.
Okay. So here's what I need you to come to grips with. You may not get support from your
Mm,
family. Just cancel that
right.
because you're still
Yeah.
trying to drag them somewhere they're incapable of coming. Because why would you say, I want to be the one for my sister to come and stay with me, but with support, but you already know you're not getting the support. So that's why I'm asking you,
Yeah, and I
do
feel
you
the support that I would get wouldn't necessarily be family. It'd
okay,
be more so home health and that
listen,
that sort of thing.
listen to what I'm saying, but home health and all of that is going to come with it, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So we don't need to add that. Do you want to be the one responsible for taking care of your sister? You're taking too long to answer.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even make out what you're saying.
I do, since I feel like it'd be best, but I have my hesitation. So that's where
Okay.
it's like,
So why are you fighting something where something is telling you that maybe this isn't the best thing for you? Maybe you can be best help to your sister as an advocate for what help and assistance she needs for where she needs to go. At this point, you don't even know if she's even going to be able to go to your grandmother's house when this happened. She may have to go to a rehab center, or she may have to go to an assisted living home. So you're getting into it with your grandmother for something you're not 100% sure of.
mm,
Sometimes
yeah,
what you think is help, because you're not in the position to help her mentally, emotionally, any of that. You really need to help yourself, but you could be an advocate for your sister and making sure that she does get the help, the care, the support she needs. And make sure that the people who are committed to doing that help that she needs, that she's actually getting it. Stop thinking that help and control is the same thing. This is not about control. It's not about controlling your family to make them understand what you want. It's not. You're wasting your energy doing that. And you're making yourself sick. So if you're sick and your sister's sick, then who's helping who?
mm,
Yeah. What you're telling me right now is this is not adding up. And I just am going to hold you in this space for a moment, but this isn't adding up what you're telling me. And so there's a lot of missing pieces that you're not saying right here. But I would encourage you to really sort of sit with yourself and do what's best for you. And if your desire is that maybe you wake up tomorrow and decide that you do want to be the person to take care of your sister, I would say wait until the 7th, wait until the 8th before you make this decision. Then make sure you're in a good space. Make sure you're in a good space to do that. But you have to come to some truth and some realization about your own life. And this is not about somebody else. The truth is, you need assistance. You need somebody to help you. You talk about your grandmother, you need assistance. You need to be putting love and care into you. And then you can go and help and assist whoever you choose to help and assist. But first, take care of you, or else it's going to be hard to assist and take care of your sister. All right?
absolutely. Yeah. No, you're right.
I can't understand what you're saying.
I know. I'm saying absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
absolutely
You have to
right
come
about that.
out of victim mode. You have to. If you look at the flyer, the digital art I have tonight, I have some key shows. And if you cannot see that there, then you can go on social media. And those are the shows I want you to go back through and listen. But you have got to come out of victim mode, or you're not going to be any assistance to anyone. You are not a victim. You got to start seeing how powerful, how divine you are. And stop allowing circumstances that you created to make you feel like you're a victim, because you're not. You're not a victim. So I'm going to send you away with love. I want you to get very clear, maybe get some pen and a piece of paper. Be very honest about what's going on, because right here, I don't want to be your Scorpio to shine light on some things that's just not real and not true. And you know that. And I want you to find that, because that is where you're going to find your strength. You're going to be able to take your power back. And then you can make a very, very loving and conscious decision about how you want to move forward. And if you want to play a key role, and of course, it's your sister, you love her, and making sure that your sister is being taken care of. But I encourage you to take care of you first, because that's the only way you're going to be able to help your grandma, to help your sister, to help your parents when you want. If you want to go back over there and be with them, if that is making you sick and it's making you sad, please go do what makes you happy. Please do what makes you happy, because this ain't it. This is not
This is
it.
really not.
This isn't it. So figure out what makes you happy and be happy. If you want to be with people that you can't change, so what? Close your mouth and enjoy being with them. You don't get to have it both ways. You don't want to not be with them, but then you do want to be with them. That is maddening. Learn how to stop judging everything. First, stop judging yourself, and then stop judging other people. But you've got to come out of this state you're in. You have to. All right?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Peace and love. I'm going to give you some sparkles on your way out the door, okay?
Yes, please. I need all the sparkles.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And there you go. Peace and love. Hold the line. All right. We're going to go to the next caller. Calling in from area code 8432. 8432. You're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hi, Ms.Blue.
Hello. Greetings.
My name is Storm, and I'm from Florence, South Carolina.
All right. Greetings to you, Storm. Is it storming down there, Storm?
No, ma'am. It's a pretty clear starry night. I love it.
Well, good. I am familiar with that part of the country. And is this your first time calling in?
Yes, ma'am. It actually is. My best friend Sammy. She told me about you.
Yeah.
And I've been listening a lot more.
Aw, well, love out to Sammy. I love Sammy. Well, any friend of Sammy is a friend of ours. So welcome to Planet Remix. And
well, I thank you.
How can I help?
So, I've been talking with Sammy a lot more here lately. I've been getting, trying to have a spiritual cleanse with my heart and, everything that I've got going on. A little backstory. Yeah.
My mom, I don't need the backstory. I don't need it. I can read it energetically. Okay. But I get it. I know we all want to tell Ms.Blue the story, but trust me, I don't need the backstory. But tell me what you need today and we'll go from there.
So I really just, my mom, she passed away when I was younger.
Sorry to hear that.
Since I've been, spiritually healing, I feel her, I feel her presence, and Beautiful. It's heavy on my heart.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not sure.
Well, your mom.
I'm not sure what she's trying to tell me.
Well, your mom It's definitely close to you. You do have a lot of things going on. And if I were to go back to September, October, November of last year, I see a lot of things happening with you during that particular time of your life. September, October, November.
Hmm.
Does that ring a bell for you?
Yes, ma'am. I recently moved, and I ventured away from everything and everyone to try and start our lives over.
Mm-hmm. And you needed that. You needed that. That was a very unhealthy environment that you were in. So first of all,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you some early sparkles for taking a stand for yourself and your family to move and to do something different. Okay?
Thank you.
To do
Thank you
something
very much.
different. Like that was major. So you have two things that's going on. Number one, you are feeling your mother, but the heaviness you are feeling is not coming from your mother. That heaviness is coming because there's a part of you that kind of want to go back to that old life. But it's saying
I feel
storm.
like that's a demon I've been battling.
It's saying storm.
I'm,
It's saying storm. Don't do it, storm. Don't do it. Just hold on, storm. Hold on. That's what you're feeling. And I want to let you know that everyone's feeling that in different ways in our lives. So right now you got old people. There's some people who didn't even know where you were. They done discovered where you at. And they calling you. They like, Storm, Storm. Don't you want to come over here, Storm? Come on, Storm. Just for the weekend, Storm. Storm. Storm, open the door, Storm. Let us in, Storm. Storm, can we just come over for one night, Storm?
they are.
Yeah,
Every night when I sit on my porch, they are.
that's right. They're calling you. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to hold fast because you didn't put in a lot of work. And by the way, your mother said she is so happy that you are finally putting on some weight. She said she was a little worried. She was a little worried at first, but she is so happy that you are finally putting on a little bit of weight. You coming back into yourself. She said she can see it in your eyes. She always, when you were young, when you were a baby, she would look into your beautiful eyes and she could always see everything. So your mother is with you. Your mother is with you.
I appreciate it. I do.
Yeah. So listen, it's going to be rough for you. I'm not going to BS you. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it raw. It's getting ready to be rough. You thought, there's a song. It's called Wait Until Tonight, Girl. Have you ever heard that? If you think you're lonely now, just wait until tonight.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm telling you that so you can prepare yourself, right? Get you
Yes, ma'am.
some good movies. Get you some popcorn. I don't even know if it's a thing. Get you some popcorn. Make you a good playlist and have a couple of people, put Sammy and a couple other people, put them on speed dial. So when you need
Gotcha.
that support, when you start hearing the whispers and it's not the dog outside, I need you to pick up that phone and I need you to press their number and call them and say, listen, I just need to talk it through. I just need to talk it through. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And talk it through. Because as we get closer and closer and closer, and we start getting a little further down, by the time we get to the 8th, You're going to feel the relief. And every day you're going to be walking. You're going to be walking from the storm, from the storm into a storm of sunshine. It's going to get brighter and it's going to get brighter and it's going to get brighter. So I want you to use all this built up energy that you have. Clean your house. Become a neat freak. Okay? Change your habit.
Yes, ma'am.
When someone asks you what you addicted to, say, I'm addicted to cleanliness. I'm cleaning. I'm straightening. I'm getting rid of. I'm throwing out, these toys, these things the kids don't play, and this and that. We're cleaning. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I want you to do. And then there's going to be some people you gotta block their number. Because if you got their number in your phone, you're going to call them and you're going to let them call you. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You kind of, my heart just feels lifted. So I thank you.
So
you don't understand. It's like with my name, it's chaotic, and I've tried to run from it to be where there's peace. I needed some clarity tonight.
Storm can be very peaceful. If you've ever watched the X-Men, study Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Because Storm is a good thing. When Storm shows up, it is good. It's good. It's a good thing. So Storm isn't always bad. That's what I want you to do. And then I want you to write a list of all the things you're willing to sacrifice and let go so you can step into your beautiful new life.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, a couple of things. Going to give you a little bit of homework. Cleaning up. Cleaning up.
Okay.
Cleaning up. Cleaning up. Mm-hmm.
All right. Yes, ma'am. I got it. I'm writing it down now.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to ask you another for the people in the back. This is for the people in the back, Storm. The people in the back want to know, is Storm your birth name?
Yes, ma'am. It is.
Mm-hmm. And what's your middle name?
So I actually have 5 names. My mom, she represented a few people in my family. So my real name is Amanda Kirtland Storm Weatherford Uten, and I've always gone by Storm.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe, just maybe, you should go by Amanda.
Oh, I don't like that name.
I know you don't. But let me tell you something. The reason I'm saying maybe you should go by Amanda is because you need a frequency change. And so until you can get into a higher frequency and recognize that Storm brings beautiful manifestation energy. And Storm has a lot of power. So if I can't give that to you right now, you may want to think about it. But Storm is powerful. That's manifestation. It has Mother Nature, the thunder, the lightning, the rain. There's tons of mythology of goddesses that are created to this storm energy.
Yes, ma'am.
When you want to manifest and create something in your life, you must have a storm. You have to have the storm.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand? So,
yes, ma'am, I do.
I need you to come on the other side of storm. See, you've been living in the low vibration of what your name means. You got to get into the high vibration of a storm. Because if we didn't have storm, we couldn't survive on Earth.
Yes,
because
ma'am.
thunder
I
comes with
understand.
storm. Yeah. I want you to really understand. So,
I gotta get better. I gotta continue on my
no,
spiritual
no,
journey
you
and
don't
just
have to get better. You just have to do and be. You already better.
yes, ma'am.
There's nothing wrong with you. You're fighting something. And what I need you to do is to stop fighting and recognize it's already over. The only one that can recreate this again is you. You didn't won the fight.
Yes, ma'am.
The fight is done. That's done. The fight is done. Now it's time to start living. How many children do you have?
I have one. He's 3.
Mm-hmm. You didn't name him Lightning, did you?
his his name's Jace.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Long as you didn't name him Lightning, we good. But
Oh Lord, no.
so that's what I want you to focus on. But yes, your mother is with you. But the heaviness is not coming from her. The love is coming from her. And of course, you already know your mother's own struggles.
Mhm.
So,
I feel like I'm actually I feel like I'm actually doing exactly what she did. And I'm just, I'm right now I'm taking that stand and
yeah,
I'm holding it by myself and I'm
that's it.
breaking those,
Go
I
ahead.
guess you would call them generational curses.
Yes. Well, you've already broke it. This is the clarification you needed to hear. You've already broke the curse. Now what you have to do is move forward. But you got to know that you're not still fighting. Okay? You're
Yes,
not
ma'am.
still fighting. It's going to be rough.
I'll do my best.
I'm letting you know it's going to be rough, but only for a couple of more days. This is just to remind you to make sure that the choice you made, that you good with it. You understand? You can live with your
Yes,
decision.
ma'am.
See, right now, your spirit is asking you, are you sure you want to live with your decision? And you have to face that head on and say, yes, I'm willing to live with my decision. And this is the best decision for me and my family.
Yes, ma'am.
All right? Well, there you go, Storm. I'm going to let you go, but you know what you got to do. You just, get to cleaning. Get to cleaning. Get to cleaning.
Yes,
That's it.
ma'am. I will.
I see some beautiful things coming for you. And I see something I don't often see, and it's a bag. And I'm just going to tell you, it's a bag with money. It's some things lined up for you, but you have to be in the right frequency to receive it. You've done the work.
Yes, ma'am.
The past is behind you. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
Just hold on. It's just a little bit longer and you're going to be out of this. Block them numbers, them unanswered let them go to voicemail. Let them go to voicemail. Block those numbers. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Clean that
I will.
house.
Yes,
Clean
ma'am.
that house. Clean that house. Clean it. Make it spick and span, spotless. You're going to work out all of that energy and you're going to feel so much better because you're making way for new things to come. New things.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So let me give you some
I thank you so
sparkles.
much.
You're welcome. So there you go. And your mama's giving you kisses. And of course, she is around you. She's always around you. She's always around you.
Yes.
All right. All right. Peace and love.
All
Oh,
right. Bye.
bye. Hold the line. How sweet is that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we got to hold on, y'all. We got to hold on. All right. Let's go to the next caller. Where is it? Where the caller? Let's go to the next caller calling in from area code 8016. 8016, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Hello, greetings. Who's on the line?
Hey, Ms.Blue. It's Ross from Salt Lake City, Utah.
Okay, greetings, Ross from Utah. How are you?
I'm so happy to talk to you. I can't believe I went through. It's amazing.
Oh, well, I'm glad you did get through. Part of our clubhouse family.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm always so happy to hear you getting on. Ms.Blue, firstly, I wanted to say, I'm from South Africa, right?
Oh, I didn't remember, but I know now. You're from South Africa. Tell me, tell me.
I'm originally from South Africa, yes. So Mauritius is like a Hawaii for South Africans.
Oh, wow. It
So
is so
it's part
beautiful.
of the African continent. Yes.
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 Yes, it is on
So
the.
it was
Yes, I remember that last night. Thank you, Ross, because you're right. It is on the African continent. It is so beautiful. I never,
yes.
ever heard of it. Never.
Yeah,
Wow.
it makes sense why you're trending there. It's a spiritual little island.
Ooh.
Amazing.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, how are you doing, Miss Blue?
I'm good. How are you?
It's been rough.
Mm,
There's been a lot going on.
mm. For
I
everybody.
mean, not,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm so glad that you highlighted that. And I re-listened to yesterday's broadcast, and everything you touched on literally hit spot on for myself, for my son. Like, so many things resonated. So I'm so
Yeah.
happy I can talk to you today.
Good.
So
Yeah.
I've got top of mind topics. I'm going to try to make it quick because I know,
Yeah.
time is valuable. So one question right on top of my mind is, why do I always come across to you as a married woman? I feel like I've talked to you twice, and every time I talked to you, you said, Ross, aren't you already married? You look married. You come across married. And I just wonder where that comes from. Am I married to somebody that I don't know I'm married to?
Well, I think you know exactly where that comes from, but you didn't let me do it this time. I didn't say you. We haven't talked in a while. So, maybe that was a phase you was going through because I didn't pick up you were married this time. But I now remember
Oh, you didn't?
no, I didn't. So I started laughing as soon as you said it because normally when I do talk to you, there is a man that always walks up next to you. So that's why I kept saying, "You're not married?" But this
Oh,
time, there is no man
that's so
walking up.
funny.
There's no man walking up this time. So I don't know if that's a good thing for you or or not. But I'm just
Miss Du, it just tells you how I'm always thinking about boys. It's a problem. Like, I need them schooled
well, look,
to like,
hey, maybe you had a spiritual husband hanging out with you. But this time you did walk by yourself. I don't see anyone. But I'll tell you what I do see with you. I do see a set of luggage. So either you're getting ready to take a trip, planning a trip, or you want to be on a trip. But I see luggage. Or yeah.
is there a man around the luggage?
I don't see a man this time.
Oh, Miss Blue.
Well, this seems to be what you want. I
Well,
do
Miss Blue,
not.
I was secretly wishing
I
that,
do not
you
see a
seeing
man.
a man.
I don't see a man standing around you energetically. But that's not to say, we have some beautiful energy coming up. And, I would say this: stay open, stay open. And I know
Always.
a relationship is something that you desire, but I want to challenge you to make sure you have a good relationship with yourself in all areas of
Mm.
yourself. This is what I want to challenge you to do, is to make sure that that relationship with you is solid. Make sure that relationship with you is satisfying. Make sure that relationship with you is pleasing. Make sure that relationship with yourself is loving. You understand?
Mm.
And I'm not going to say that that's the criteria, because we all know bad people or people with funky attitudes that got relationships. So that's not the sole criteria. But I will tell you this: if we're just
Mm.
looking at some basic energetic and how energy works, when we desperately want something, we are pushing it farther and farther away from us. We are not drawing it close.
Mm.
It is when you sort of kind of set it and forget it and then go on about your life, is when we will be able to attract that thing. But obsessing over it and sending out the energy that we do not have it. You understand? Like it's something we don't have. The universe doesn't
Mm-hmm.
judge. And particles love to float around. And particles are a part of the universe, the binary code. It doesn't judge. So when you're constantly longing for a relationship, it thinks that that's what you want, to long for
Mm.
a relationship, to be sad, to
Mm.
not want a relationship. So it says, we got to keep validating what you want, where you're at,
Mm.
because this is where you are. You think
Mm-hmm.
about it all the time, being by yourself, wanting a man, wanting a man. So you do not want to be in a relationship. You want to be in the energy of wanting a man. So that's code
Mm.
words of we desperate in these cosmic streets. We out here desperate.
Well,
We desperate.
Miss Blue, the reason, I have this slight desperation, if that's what you will call it, I will accept it because it is intense.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if my situationship is my twin flame.
What does twin flame mean to you?
For
To
me,
you?
I guess, and I was, researching it today. Just really
No, no, no. But
briefly.
I want you to
But
just tell me what it means to you.
okay, to me, it means somebody that I am, psychically, bonded with. Somebody that is I'm meant to be with. Somebody that I am supposed to somehow find some kind of growth, transformation, life partner, marriage. But the relationship sees a lot of friction because the one partner might not be ready for the elevated
Who the hell is
potential.
asking for that? You mean to tell me in 2023 we asking for that?
Miss Blue, I've been trying to leave this guy for as long as I've tried,
Wait a minute.
and I'm just not
Wait a minute.
managing.
Ross, we are asking for a relationship that one of the people in the relationship is not ready for the relationship and causing trauma.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Oh, I'm going to
mm-hmm.
have to put a PSA message out to all the brothers in the universe. Please stay away from Ross. She is speaking words
Please.
that she does not understand. Do not come for her. Do not ask her on a date. Do not try to take her out. Do not try to girlfriend her unless you are serious. She do not understand the words that is coming out of her mouth.
I support that, Miss Blue, 100%.
So,
Good energy only, committed, serious.
there you go. There you go. Oh, well, thank you, Rose. Rose said, I used to be like that. I'm glad you're not like that no more. Who wants that? That is straight trauma.
Nobody.
Nobody and no one really
Okay.
deserves that. But I understand. Here's the thing I want to tell you. And I'm going to move my own thoughts out of the way. And I'm really going to let Spirit channel this energy to you because I have a personal problem with that word twin flame. I think it has put people in abusive, put people, both men and women, neglectful, mental, and even life or death situations because they think that when they have this twin flame, and I must say that there are times that I did talk about twin flames, but if you check my receipts, you will see that I came out of that shit quick and quickly said, "Oh no, I don't do twin flames. No such thing. Everyone you meet is a twin flame. In essence, your real twin flame is you. You are your own twin flame. You know that part of Ross you don't want nobody to know? That's your twin flame. That's your twin flame. We deal with our twin flame every single day. That is our twin flame. Everyone you meet, we do not have contracts with other people. And I do sort of feel at one time we did, but them contracts been up, baby. Everybody is a free agent. Everybody. You want to go to that team? You want to go over here to this team? You want to play with both teams? Play with both teams. You get to do whatever you want. This comes
That's
to
your
friends.
personal opinion, right, Ms. Blue?
No. It's certainly not my opinion. This is what I've been shown through spirit world and through working with thousands upon thousands of people. I've seen this. But you can test the theory and keep looking for that twin flame and come back and let us know how it goes.
No, actually, what you just said right now resonates totally. I can totally see that. It makes sense.
So, since that makes sense, Ross, let me ask you a question. Why do you feel you can't connect with anybody?
Oh, Ms. Blue, I never said I can't connect with anybody.
Well,
is that the underlying
when
issue we are addressing here?
when I say anybody, I'm saying somebody you want.
That's a good question because
What do you think?
because I kind of did.
What do you think the challenge is? What do you think your challenge is? Why? Why do you think? What do you think it is? Because
for the interest of time, I'm going to give you a quick answer.
Yeah. Well. Hold on before you answer, because I know you have thought about this. You've had to have thought about this a lot. Matter of fact, you think about it all the time. So, what do you think is going on with you, if that be the case, that you cannot connect with someone that your words, not mine, you could see as your twin flame? Healthy version, of course. Tell us what that is.
Repeat the question for me again, Ms. Blue.
Okay. What do you think is going on, and why do you feel you cannot connect with your person, your twin flame?
I mean, honestly speaking, I I struggle to be specific to my situationship, right?
What do you
As a
mean?
connection.
What does that mean?
The first thing that comes to mind when you ask that question.
No. I don't want you to go back to I don't want you to go back to the question. I want you to go back where you said I struggle to be specific about my situationship. Explain that to us.
Okay.
Here come the honeydew. We're waiting.
Ms.Blue, this question is so broad. I'm not sure how to tackle it. So
Yes, you do. You know how to answer. You said the question. You said, I feel it's because I struggle to explain my situationship. What does that mean? What's your situationship?
It means I am potentially in love with a man who does not love me, or potentially loves me but cannot love me. Or it means that I am voluntary in a toxic environment where I should walk away. Somebody of my stature should know better, but I just insist on staying and figuring things out and waiting. And it's just complete chaos.
Okay. So, Ross, I thank you so much for your honesty, because you just did something that's going to unlock the heavens gates for you. So all this time I kept saying, you married? Why do you keep saying I'm not married? Why do you keep saying you see me with a man? I'm not with a man. Why do you say this, Ms.Blue? Where are you getting this from? Do you see somebody with me? The only reason I'm going to entertain you right now, because I don't entertain liars, is because I understand the energy and I understand your heart. So,
what does that mean?
That means that you already know that this was going on, so you were not blindsided why I thought you were married. Because marriage means you are committed. No. Listen. You're committed to someone. Okay. You're committed to someone. Whether that's energetically, through your heart, through your mind, or through what's between your legs, you are committed to someone. Whether they are committed to you or not, you have your commitment to someone. And you want to know why some brother is not swooping in looking for Ross? Because Ross is over here checking for something that cannot be what Ross wants it to be.
100%.
Well, there we go. Sparkles. Yeah, you get sparkles for that. So this is why.
I'm so sad though, Ms. Blue.
So here's the deal. When you're ready to let go, and trust me, this is what this eclipse is about, and you're able to see the whole picture, when you're truly able to let go, then you can walk into your new life and you can have that love that you desire and want. But until then, be happy where you're at, because that's where you want to be. And I say that with love. If that's where you want to be happy. Don't go mess up somebody else's life when you know that you're doing an R. Kelly. Your mind is telling you this, but your body is saying no. If you want to be over there, bad reference, by the way, maybe not him, but you're kind of split. Until you resolve that issue, don't bring someone else into your mess, because that would be devastating for them. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
No, I won't.
You understand?
And exactly what I needed to hear.
Yeah. And when you're ready, because we're Planet Remix, we're no judgment. If you want to be committed to a man that can never commit to you and you are happy with that, live your life. Live your life. Take your consequences. Take your good times. Take your bad times. Take it all in. But certainly, you know, my daddy used to tell me this all the time. You can bullshit everybody, but never bullshit yourself. If deep down inside this is not fulfilling and you feel like you deserve something different, then at some point you're going to have to let that go. You're going to have to let the fantasy go for a reality. But as long as you want to keep living in that fantasy, and you can, see, right now you're benefiting from this fantasy. But I'm here to tell you, it's changes in the air, and something may come up, and you may get your wish that relationship is over. And I'm not just talking about the sweet lovey-dovey part of it. I'm talking about financial. I'm talking about connections. I'm talking about all of it. So prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for that part of the relationship as well.
Okay, Ms. Blue.
All right. So I love you.
Receive. But
No.
Ms. Blue, one quick last question, please.
What?
Please, Ms. Blue, please. I need this one. I need it. This one is do or die.
Okay. Come on, Ross.
Thank you. Okay. I wrote them down. That's why.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, last one, Ms. Blue.
Okay.
So, Ms. Blue, this is big for me. This is like my bread.
You mean it's bigger than this?
How, Ms. Blue, this
okay,
is how
go ahead.
I make a living and how I support my child. I
Okay.
have so much anxiety every time when I connect with my boss, and she kind of controls whether I stay at this company or not, whether I get a bonus or not.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, we had great chemistry when I first joined, when we had an interview, first 6 months of working with her. And now it's just a big mess. Every time I'm with her, I'm worried. I've got fear. I'm scared. I think I'm going to lose my job. I think she's going to fire me. I think, everything negative.
Okay.
I just don't know what's going on.
I'm going to tell you what I want you to do, and I'm being so serious when I tell you this. Treat her like that man that's not committed to you, and she will change. And when I say that, I mean keep that energy you have with him, keep that energy with her, because she can't take something away from you. You understand? She's not the source of your money. That's just where your finances are coming through. So use that same energy with her. Be present.
Which energy is that, Ms. Blue?
That energy is your happy, bubbly, I'm all in and I'm down for whatever. That energy. I'm here to do the job that I got to do, and I'm going to give you the best that I got. I'm giving you the best that I got. You're going to do Anita Baker. You're going to do the best that you can on that job, and you're going to show up as your full self, and you're going to be totally committed. You got too many distractions in your life. She didn't change. You did. You got comfortable in your position. So go back to doing it. This job is easy for you and you love it. So love it for real and do the work you're supposed to do. And be all in. Be 100% all in. Give it all you got.
Okay, Ms. Blue.
And all is well. All is well. Okay?
Okay.
All right,
That's all I
Ross.
needed. Thank you.
Well, I'm so glad we had a chance to speak to you, Ross. You're going to get some more sparkles.
Thank you, Ms. Blue. I'm going to move over to the blue room.
Oh, yes. I think they're waiting on you. Love you, Ross.
Okay, bye. Love you. Bye.
Oh my goodness. Ross done came up in the spot and set it off. Ross done came in the spot and set it off for real. We're going to go to the next caller. Calling in from area code 3172. 3172, you live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hey, Ms.Blue, it's Desiree, Kaja Gray from Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Okay, greetings to you, Desiree. How are you?
I'm doing really good. I was just sitting here thinking, like, okay, am I about to hang up and go to sleep, or are we gonna keep on going? So I'm surprised I got through.
Were you gonna hang up and go to sleep? We putting you to sleep. Oh
Yeah.
no.
No, no, you're not. You never put me to sleep, Miss Blue. I always love to hear you talk, but my body just be like, girl, you gotta wake up with your toddler in the morning.
Oh
What you
yes,
doing?
yes. I understand. I do. Well, how are you, Desiree? It is so good to hear from you. How you doing? They
I'm
are
doing
going
good.
crazy in the blue room. But anywho,
I'm doing
no, no,
pretty
no, no,
good.
no, no.
It's been a
Well,
very
hold on a second. Why are y'all
yeah.
saying, is Miss Rich in the building? Miss Rich is here. I thought y'all got Rich and Ross messed up. But I see Miss Rich is here and Miss Ross is here. We got Rich Ross. Wait a minute. Ain't that like Rick Ross? Rich Ross.
It's
Okay.
like
I like it. I like it. All right. Go ahead. Yes, it is, Underworld God. He said it's a good night tonight.
it is. It's very good tonight.
Oh.
Oh,
Rick Ross is trying to get ready for his party that Georgia's trying to block. Georgia said, not today. Not today. Not this year. We not doing it this year. I got a cousin that live across the street from Holyfield Mansion that he bought. But he bought another mansion and he's about to
oh,
have a party. He's about to bring Lil Wayne. And ATL said, not up in here. We don't want him up in here.
oh, dang, they blew them up.
Anyway, that's all right. I got my invite to the party. That's all I'm worried about. But anywho, let's go. Let's go. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I think you agree. It's been a good week. It's been a very interesting week,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm more so coming here to have a moment of expression. But if you feel like anything's coming up, please
No,
let me
no,
know.
no, no, no,
I
no.
definitely want to.
Listen. I don't have to give out expressions. You go ahead and share what you need to share. We're here for that.
Okay. Well, yeah, this week has been very interesting. I would say the past 3 weeks, I begin to hit a lot, I would say, but I feel like I've been taking it a lot for stride, and I feel like with this new moon, I mean not new moon, this full moon that's coming up tomorrow, I feel like I'm in a culmination. It's almost like I'm able to look back on my journey and
Mm-hmm.
see how everything has brought me to this point. All the
That's good.
lessons, all the trials, all
That's
the
good.
triumphs, all
Mm-hmm.
the beauty and the madness. And earlier today, you spoke about how you have to love yourself, how you have to accept yourself raw. And I had a moment I want to say yesterday when I was like, you know what, forget it. That's it. I surrender. I surrender. This is what you want. This is it. God, I let it go. Because I can't do it no more. But it wasn't even like a sense of like victimhood. It was just like I hear you. I
Yes.
hear the
Yes.
message loud and clear. And I remember when you told me last time we spoke, you said, Desiree, you need to really love yourself. And when you told me that, I thought you meant like, okay, I gotta keep working on myself. I gotta
No.
get better.
No.
I forgot. I
I,
forgot.
well, you didn't
Right.
listen very well
Hmm.
because I never mean work on yourself to love yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. Nothing wrong with you.
Right.
And loving yourself
Right.
doesn't
And
require anything. Yeah.
right. and that I realized that today it was like it's not about working on myself. It's about seeing myself in an entirety, the good,
The
the
bad.
bad, the ugly, all the battered, the bruised, the shiny, the dark, the light, and seeing just how beautiful it all is, all in one. And in that moment, I felt so much more at peace and so much more gratitude for everything that I feel like has been trying to be revealed to me. Not even be revealed to me, but almost me just remembering myself. I feel like the past few weeks too. One of these things I've been saying to myself a lot lately is, what is it? Affirm who you are, replenish yourself, and unearth your treasures. And usually when I hear
Mm,
stuff in my mind, I
that's
just kind of say it
beautiful.
out, and then like later on, I can't. Huh?
I said, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and usually when I'm hearing certain things, I'll say it out loud, but then like it kind of comes to me all together what exactly that means. So I'm really excited about this full moon because I can see how there's a part of myself that, even though, like you say, we have to love ourselves and everything, but there's a part of myself that I feel like I'm saying goodbye to, only to really unlock myself even more so. And
Yeah.
so with that, I
Hmm.
really want. Hmm.
No, no, no. Go ahead. We're gonna wrap it up though, because I do need to get to the next caller. But go ahead. Go ahead. We're listening. We're listening.
Yeah. The only thing I want to do, I really wanted to share this poem that I wrote that I think it kind of coincides with what's going on with the full moon. And if that's okay.
Very quickly. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. My emotions and my roots run deep as darkness surrounds me. My darkness is the benevolent, excuse me. My waters transgresses the fields of time and space, filling all my woes with grace. You see, my darkness is treacherous. Few can follow or withstand the waves that come up from beneath, the magnitude of the power within that calls and beckons me to flow, to dive deeper, to bring up the light that is hidden from my eyes to see, the kingdom that resides in me, to embrace the source I come from, find the treasures I need to get the job done. I am open. The peace and serenity I search for is already within, to show itself in its wonders where love and guidance begin. A power, a honor, a duty divinely given to me to see through the end, that my darkness and my light can help others not to pretend, to see that they are more than their trouble, they are more than their woes, they are more than androids or props utilized and filtrated by this broken illusionary system, not meant to build or uplift the spirit, but make it so small that even a mustard seed may seem too heavy to carry. I know your greatness can sometimes feel scary. You see, we may be out of chains, but we have shackles on our brains where the concept of living can seem a little strange. You see, you must remember who you are and from whom you come from. Feel the rhythm beating from your heart. Treasure your soul as a work of art. Honor the ways and the strength of the ones before you as they never left you. Call to the power within so it can reignite you. Cry and shout to the heavens that it may guide you. Pick up your weapons and armor so that it may protect you. Commune with your aides so they may fight for you. Because, my darling, you are more than you could ever imagine. You are made from the divine. Open your heart and mind to the call. It is time. And that's it.
That is beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. Beautiful,
Thank you,
beautiful.
sister.
We're going to give you some extra
Thank
cheers. Beautiful. Beautiful, Desiree. So beautiful. I want to thank you so much for coming on and sharing. And that reminds me, we haven't
thank
done
you, Miss
like an
Blue.
open mic night in a while. So I know we got some wordsmiths in the house and some beautiful poets. Matter of fact, we're going to put that on the schedule. So, because I miss those days, and just hearing you saying that, I miss those days when we would do the chat and chill and the mojo magic, and we would have the poets come on, and you guys would just really, really just send out some beautiful vibrations. That is so powerful. I'm so glad you came on to share that. I want you to take all of those
Thank you,
words
Miss Blue.
in and to continue to do your work. And let me be clear, your work is to love yourself. And when you get done, love
Yeah.
yourself some more. And when you get done, love yourself even more. And know that this is not an intellectual thing, it is a feeling that we get to live with 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I thank you so much. I'm
For
sending you
sure.
so much love. Peace and love. And the blue room
Thank
is
you, Miss
going
Blue.
off. They're sending you so much love. So thank you,
Thank you,
Desiree.
everyone. You guys have a good night.
Aw, you too. Peace and love. Wow, what a blessing. What a blessing as we about to cross the energy. Let's go to the next caller calling in from area code 7063. 7063, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us. Wait. 7063. You're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from. I on mic the wrong person.
Hey, Ms. Blue. This is Blue, calling from Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia.
You're calling from where?
Fort Oglethorpe,
Okay.
Georgia.
I don't know if it's me, Abdullah, but you're coming in muffled. I can't really hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear me now? Better?
Yes, I can. All right.
All
Thank you
right.
for calling in. This your first time calling in?
Nah, I've called in before.
Okay. All right. So how can I help?
Um, yeah, it's just about getting through the rough patch. It's been probably the roughest year, probably for sure, of my adult life, but
Mm,
that I can probably remember. It's been pretty rough, but
yeah.
especially financial, because I finally, went and bought me my own semi truck. Going business for myself, and
Okay. But the
that ain't
truckers is
too
on
good right now.
strike.
Well,
Aren't the truckers on
it's what.
strike? Are the truckers on strike? Aren't they in Washington, D.C. protesting?
Yeah, they be doing it, off and on for a
Mm-hmm.
while now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I ain't going to do all that. But
Mm.
I don't know. It's just been it's been rough. And then my dad, he keeps battling cancer off and on. Just watching him,
Mm.
I don't want to say deteriorate, but that image of just seeing him in a walker
Yeah.
because he can barely put pressure on his leg, on his,
Yeah. Sorry to
walk
hear
on his
that.
own. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just knowing the man I seen growing up and then seeing that image kind of came, had kind of hit me
Yeah.
like this,
Yeah, I can imagine.
you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I'm not really there. He's in Florida where I'm from, but I'm in Georgia, and then I'm working. I got my family, and I don't know.
So what's really
It's
going
just
on?
it's just a rough year.
I hear that, but what's really going on? I know this
Um,
with your dad, but what's really at the core of what's going on?
well, when I did finally tune into the show tonight, that the victim thing, I think
Yeah.
it took me up
Yeah.
until this time in my life to realize that I made myself a victim. That's
Yeah.
probably why. Well, not probably. That's why I haven't been able to transform and do things.
Yeah.
Kind of see my life
But
trajectory go
but
a certain way, and it hit me tonight.
yeah. Well, here's the thing.
you know.
That's a beautiful thing that it hit you tonight because now you can start working towards not being a victim anymore. I think that's a
Yeah.
powerful
Yeah.
revelation. Do you know how many people who are victims that sometimes call in on the show will never admit they are a victim or they will hold their victimhood? They don't want to come out of it. So I understand why your energy is low. And thank you for being honest because you realize something that maybe you didn't actually see yourself doing that, but now you can see where you have played the victim. But that's great news because awareness is a game changer, it's a life changer. So now that you know that you're not a
Yeah.
victim, you can start creating the life that you truly desire for yourself. And that's the turnaround. I'm not going to keep you on
Hmm.
here long because I know that
Right.
you got some time you got to yourself. So the first thing I want you to do is to give yourself a little bit of time, a little bit of time with this realization. And I want you to also remember that God is self realization. So you just had a God moment, a God conscious moment, because you came into a
Hmm.
realization. But recognize that when we say words like victims and we call ourselves these different terms that we call ourselves. These are states of energy. It is not at the essence of who you are. Because at the essence of who you are is a powerful, loving, divine, multi-dimensional being. And you can be nothing less than that. But because we have the ability to be so powerful, we can choose different states of consciousness, awareness, and being. And I want you to understand that the victim is just a frequency that you have been holding. And now you're ready to hold something else. And that's how we have to start looking at that. And you got to understand that in all of those decisions you made, good, bad, ugly, or wrong, you made them from the victim frequency. But now you have to make a
Hmm.
commitment that you're willing to let that go. You're willing to let that frequency go because that is not who you are. You are none of those things.
Okay.
You understand you are not you experienced it absolutely, but you are not that. You are
Yeah.
so much greater than that. You understand
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So, now that you know that,
Right.
it's almost like you getting up, putting on shoes that were too small and you wore them to work. When you get home, you taking them off and you're not putting them back on no more. So now you have to make a commitment that you will no longer get into this vibration of a victim. And because you've done it for so long, Abdullah, you know what it feels like.
Mm.
You understand? You're going to
Hmm.
know what it feels like. You're going to
Yes.
see it when other people are doing it. You're going to recognize when if your children start displaying it. You're going to be in the grocery store and you're going to know if the person in front of you is doing it. You're going to be able to recognize it everywhere. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing because if you're able to recognize it like you recognized it tonight, then you can choose to do something different. So now you have to start getting ready. Prepare yourself over these next couple of days. Prepare yourself. Sit in
Hmm.
silence, not to beat yourself up, but to reflect on everything that happened. And then I want you to do something. And I'm glad Desiree came on because she reminded me of some of the things I wanted to also bring out. Tonight is really a celebration of all that has transpired and come to this particular moment, to where you are now. This is truly a celebration. You can celebrate. See, we think letting go is like we're losing something. But every time we go to the bathroom and let go, ain't nobody crying for shit. But we will cry for something that is worse than what we let out of our bodies. We will cry for something that can
Hmm.
do nothing for us and is not serving us. So, I want you to know that this is a celebration. If you were to go around for 4 or 5 months and you couldn't use the bathroom, you couldn't let go, you would become sick. Your body would start to break down. You wouldn't feel well. You wouldn't have energy. And you certainly wouldn't be fighting to hold on. You can't wait to let go. So we got to start thinking about things that are healthy for us, not just in our bodies, but in our spirits and in our minds and in our lives. That it's okay to let some shit go.
Yeah.
So let that
We
low
spend so much
frequency.
time trying to defend ourselves,
That's right. That's
instead of
right.
loving
And
ourselves.
that's
And
okay.
that's kind of what
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing. Kind of vow to love myself and not defend.
That's
Just
right.
love myself and
That's right.
appreciate it.
Love yourself and appreciate yourself, but don't bullshit yourself. Because this path that you're
Hmm.
walking down, oh, you think it can't get worse. Oh, it can get a whole lot worse. A whole lot worse. And
Yeah,
so
I had
you,
to start kind of saying that
that's
because
right. That's right. That's
it
right.
can always,
It can always get
yeah, I had
worse.
to learn that the hard way.
You are at the crossroads. You're at the crossroads. And so you're either going to be committed to moving forward and going higher or staying where you are.
Hmm.
That's going to be your choice. And so you're going to have to clean your act up. I'm not going to bullshit you. I know sometimes we got to talk a
Yeah.
little different to our soul group. You got to clean your shit up. You got to clean your act up because it's a lot of stanky shit over there you've been doing. And you know what it is. You got to clean all that up. And you can
Hmm.
do it. You can do it. I know you can do it.
Okay.
I know you can turn this around. And it's not going to take a lifetime. You can do it. And you have to be very honest with the people who are close to you and love you and let them know up until this point, I've been full of shit. But that day is over. No longer am I full of shit. No more. We got
Okay.
some new things
Okay.
that we're going to be doing going forward. I need you to get a plan. I need you to set some new goals. And I need you to start making commitments to yourself. And then you can never look back on the victim you. You can't go back to that. Because going back to that frequency means that as we step through this portal, this gateway, you are now bringing that into your new world for the next millennial.
Okay.
So
Yep.
there you go. You got the assignment. I say congratulations to you. I'm glad you called in. You got it. And you can't drink your
Thank
problems
you.
away. You can't smoke your problems away. And you can't sit in your shit and let your problems go away. And you can't sex your way out of your problems either. I'm just saying. Spirit guides are talking to me. I love you, Abdul. You got this. Next time we talk, I know some more beautiful things will be in the horizon. Congratulations to you. And I'm excited for
Yeah, I got
this.
something in store for y'all to share
Yeah.
with y'all. So I'll
Yeah.
be back soon.
All right. Well, peace and love. Hold the line.
Peace.
All right. Turn the beat around. He turned it all the way around right there on the phone. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go to the next caller. Calling in. Let me keep looking at the time. Calling in from air. Y'all will let me stay up here all night. See, this is what, we're going to have to talk about that. Why would y'all let me do that? Am I being the victim right now? Yes, I am. I just gotta take care of me because y'all will let me sit here for like 10 hours and then say, we gotta go. Yeah, so I gotta step my game up. That's what I gotta do. Let me go to the next caller calling in from area code 3463. 3463, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from. 3463.
Hello.
Hello. Who's on the line, please?
Hi, this is Renee.
Hi, Renee. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Galveston.
From who?
Galveston, Texas.
Oh, Galveston. I thought you said something else. Well, welcome on in. Is this your first time calling in? I know where Galveston is out there by Houston. Is it raining?
Yes. No. Yes, and yes. This is my first time calling in.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, how are you? And welcome to Planet Remix. Since this is your first time calling in, we're going to give you some sparkles.
Yes.
We're going to give you some sparkles. There you go.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Who's over
My
here for the
question,
sleep? Somebody having a sleepover?
who?
Someone said they having a sleepover.
Not me.
Oh, okay. Anyway, oh, I'm slow. Don't pay me no mind. Don't listen to me, Renee. I got to stay out the blue room. I'm gonna focus on you. They get me twisted. I understand the joke now. I get it. All right. Yes. Oh, they having a blue room
My
sleepover.
question,
Mhm.
yeah, my question is, who was I in my past life?
Ooh, who sent you? Who sent you? She came out with the big gun. She said, y'all around here asking these baby questions. I want to know who I was. Oh, I don't even know. Let me see if I can even. Oh, I love the question. Listen. She said, y'all play too much. My first time on this line, I want an Akashic record reading. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. You know, let's see. Normally, I wouldn't do this. Normally, you'd have to get on that 3-year waiting list. But I'll give you a
Oh,
peek.
really?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. See, they know what time it is. They know what time it is in the blue room. They're like, what? No, she didn't ask for no Akashic record reading. Mm-hmm. 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 Let's see. Let's see. Hmm. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, I'm going to tell you one of your past lives that's coming up for you, and I think this is definitely going to serve you well for where you are right now in your life. And this particular past life is
Mm-hmm.
going to take us, it's not an ancient past life, and I don't want to go being too nosy in your records, but it's not an ancient past life, but it is a very, very early past life. And this particular past life is actually going to take us to what we now know Europe to be, in particular, what we know Belgium to be, that particular region of Europe. And in that particular past life, you lived, in that past life, you actually was a woman in that particular past life.
Mm-hmm.
In that particular past life, you was a woman, and your husband was like a hunter. Like he did things, he was kind of a hunter. And he also used to build houses, I guess, chop down trees in the woods. He was kind of like what we would call a lumberjack. Like he did things with lumberjacks. But you guys lived near this mountain, and it was this mountain, and it had a lot of rocks. And sometimes during certain times of the year, things would happen and the rocks would come falling down the bottom of the mountain. And at the bottom of the mountain, these rocks would sort of kind of pile themselves up. And so often you had to be very careful if you were out and about, maybe sourcing some herbs or some berries or any of those things, to be careful from a rock just sort of falling off the mountain and sort of, hitting you, or
Mm-hmm.
killing you. Let's just say. Your particular role, because at that particular time you didn't have any children, which is interesting because in this particular life, you will have a strong connection with either this fear or perhaps you went through a fear of thinking maybe you couldn't have children, or have some fears around that, or either you don't want to have children, or either you have a whole lot of children. It's going to be somewhere there. I'm going to go with the first one. Maybe when you were younger, well, you're still young, but you kind of have a fear maybe you won't ever have children, maybe you won't ever get married, or this kind of thing will happen. But your husband was out with some of the men and they were doing some work, and the boulders came floating down the hill. And when they came down the hill, what ended up happening is he got killed and he got buried underneath the rock. And so you pretty much in this particular life lived a life of sorrow, of deep, deep sorrow, because on this particular day you had told him that you didn't think it was a good idea because the wind had been blowing a lot and lots of things were going on. It was raining. And thank you, Roz, for your super chat donation, sending you so much love. Thank you. Wow, for that super chat donation. But you really thought that your life was over, and you would go every single day and you would wait and wait, hoping he would emerge from them rocks and come back to you. And even though some of the village people and others wanted you to leave and to go do something else, you wouldn't. But what you did end up doing is you planted a whole garden, a garden full of a lot of herbs and different things, because you didn't want to be outcast from the community. And so you planted all of these herbs all around where the rocks were, where your husband was said to last have been seen. And so instead of them thinking that you were going there to visit your husband, you sort of kind of covered it up by saying you were going to pick the herbs. And as you were going there to pick those herbs, you would make this soup. And this soup is something that you became very good at. You became very good at this soup and herbs. And really, people started coming to you, and you sort of became like the village healer. So you kind of was like a witch, and you were kind of like healing them through the herbs and the herbs. And even you used all kinds of things, but you would plant them all in that space. And so that gave your life so much meaning. It gave you a purpose. In fact, all of the soups and the dishes that you had, you named after your late husband. You named them after something that was connected to you. And so this was a way that
Wow.
really, yeah, I know, right? This was a way to really help you to stay grounded and to stay rooted, to keep you balanced and really keep you very, very connected. And so I want you to think about your life right now, things you have going on in your life right now, Renee, and over the course of your life. And over the course of your life, I want you to think about how that kind of relates to some of the things that you're doing now. Number one, looking for purpose. Really thinking about what could you do to really work in the healing field or do something with healing. I want you to talk to me about where you are.
Well, I'm into herbs and like natural healing.
Mm-hmm.
I try to fast and take supplements and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like with you said the past, like my husband passed or whatever. It's like something in me will say that I will never get married.
Wow. You can't make this up.
I don't know if that
Listen,
has.
yes, this is where that you can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you. Yeah, that's why you
I
feel
fear that I
that.
never will meet a husband.
This is why. I'm glad you
Mm.
called in tonight to bear witness to what we know I do at Planet Remix, but you can't make that up. I've never talked to
Mhm.
you before. So to be able to tell you
Right.
that, where would you get that from? But here's the good thing, because past lives come up not so we can relive those past lives. In fact, everything that we're doing right now in this lifetime is actually, we are completing it and we're working on those things in this lifetime from the past lifetime. So number one, you probably
Mhm.
wondered, where would this feeling come that I will never get married, never have anyone? It came from this past life. By the way, 90% of everyone who listens and is a part of Planet Remix, which is more than 8 million of us, we've had hundreds of past lives, some of them here and some of them in other places. This is the one coming
Mhm.
forward for you at this time. And it gave you clarification. Number one, you working with herbs and, being very much into the holistic field. By the way, you are a natural healer. I think you should go a little bit further, maybe take some classes, find something interesting. You would be amazing at helping people
Mhm.
heal through food as medicine and understanding that. Number two, you can now bring some clarity, because what happens when these things happen, you will be able to, you have sort of a DNA explosion. After I give you a past life reading, I do them from the Akashic files. So here's the thing,
Mhm.
this husband thing, instant clarity for you. I can look in your energy, because now you understand that you didn't just make this up. You didn't,
Mhm.
you didn't just make this up. It came from somewhere. But now you have a choice, because that energy can be cleared for you, because now you have the clarity to understand, where did this come from? You understand? Some people would say, well,
Right.
maybe I seen
Uh-huh.
bad relationships growing up. Maybe I see my parents. People see parents in all kinds of relationships. That has no bearing on thinking or feeling we will never get married in this lifetime. Never. We are
Mhm.
multi-dimensional beings, so we cannot think that everything we're dealing with, faced with, challenged with, started in this lifetime, because we've had many. So that's where that came from. So it's going to be many upgrades for you. I will tell you going forward, drink plenty of water, eat some honeydew, take
Mhm.
very good notes, because you may start to have dreams of this particular past life and even get more detail than I got for you. And even research this
Oh,
part
okay.
of the world and see what else comes up for you. So, lastly,
Oh, okay.
I will tell you, these are some of the energies you brought back. And one of those is the ability, you are very strong clairsentience, meaning that you pick up things through your feelings, through the senses of feelings. This is primarily where
Mhm.
your psychic ability comes in, through how you feel. So you're very sensitive to energy that is around you. And this is how you can trust, where you can navigate, which is pretty interesting, because I didn't realize until I got deep into your energy, into your Akashic records, how shy and introverted you really are.
Wow, you are so correct. You is so correct.
So this is a big, I'm talking, this is a big bad step for you to be able to call in and
Mhm.
to ask this question, because the question was coming from your soul, your higher self. It wasn't coming from your mind. So there you go. Congratulations.
Wow. I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. So let me know how that go. That was an interesting past life. And the thing about it is, I never judge it, because those things doesn't mean anything to
Mhm.
me. I channel, it means everything. And now you can see. And even the part
Right.
about the children, about having babies and thinking about that as well too. So just you will be able to go back
Mhm.
and download and listen. I want you to sit down,
Right.
do some journaling. See how this is showing up in your life and really listen to, listen back to our conversation. And you're going to see cuz I could watch your energy go up and up every time I was hitting those spots with you and you were feeling it. I want you
Mhm.
to understand that this is your DNA. Now, this is your unawakened DNA. Now, this DNA is awake. So, a couple of things may start to happen. The temperature in the room you're in, you're going to start, just like your spidey senses are going to get enhanced. You may start seeing colors and visions. Your dreams may become more lucid. You're going to start getting downloads, right? Write all of this stuff down.
Okay.
If you start to
Okay,
get,
I will. I'm gonna rewatch it. I mean, re-listen to it.
yep, you start getting
Yeah.
visions, or if you get downloads that start giving you recipes and telling you to start doing certain things, really follow those hunches. I'm going to tell you how divine this is
Mhm.
because nobody gets to come on my show and ask me for an Akashic record reading. But I knew Spirit said, do it for her. Do it. And I listen to Spirit.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah. And I thank you. And once I got in your energy, I was like, oh my God, look how shy she is. I can't believe she had the guts to do this. I love it. I love it.
Yep.
And I'm excited for you. I'm going to give you some more sparkles and welcome to Planet
Thank
Remix
you.
and continue to do your great work and loving yourself. And I'm so grateful I can bring some lifelong clarity to you. So peace and love. Peace and love.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
How cool was that? She went straight in. We know the difference when the soul is talking and when the mind is talking. I love it. Let's go to the next caller. Calling in from area code 2193. 2193, you are live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Yeah. Hi, it's Cheyenne on purpose. Let me turn my light back on.
Okay. Hi,
It's so
Cheyenne
funny.
on purpose. I love your name, so I remember you. Cheyenne on
Thank
purpose.
you.
Hi, Cheyenne. You
Hi.
want to tell everyone where you're calling from?
I'm calling from Illinois.
Okay. How's the weather?
The weather is great. It's
Okay.
great. It's nice and calm.
Okay,
I'm
good.
very grateful.
Good. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So catching my breath. So earlier, you said something that that was in alignment with something that happened with me today. So you said that when you ask your children to do something, that they do it, and I felt sad because my relationship with my mother went from being impressive to embarrassing. And it seems like it's because I started to disagree with her as I got older.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to know, how can I let go of the idea of stepping away from her? Because I really do love my mother and I want our relationship to be revived. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
those things.
Yeah. So here's a couple of things. And I want you to hear me clear. Your mother did an amazing job raising you. She did. She did an amazing job. She raised you to be independent, meaning to think for yourself, speak for yourself, to be caring and loving. She raised you. Didn't she raise you to do that?
Yes.
She did such a good job, she can't stand it. She can't stand it. She can't stand it. She raised you how she wished she was raised.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you, as the daughter, to be able to see that. That what your mother desperately wants to be is a part of your life, and to feel that she matters. Because unlike some of us here, you were born conscious. I wasn't born conscious. Not that I know. I didn't wake back up to my consciousness till much later in life. You were born conscious. You had more sense than most of the grown people around you. I mean, talk to the people. Tell them.
No, yeah, you're on point.
Yeah, you had more sense than most of the grown people. And so they knew that. They knew that. So now I get it. You're grown. You can say what you want to say. But I want you to remember the person that helped you get this inner light is your mother.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And here's the thing. It's okay for you to disagree with your mother. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing with your mother. But what you want to do is you want to make her shut up like she used to make you shut up. And that can never happen. And this is where you're butting heads. This is where you're butting heads with your mother. Because there's a part of you, that little girl, that wants to make her feel like she sometimes made you feel. And that would totally defeat the purpose, because then that would mean you and your mother are one and the same. And I will tell you, as a mother, and I tell my children this all the time, as parents, sometimes we not going to be fair. But there's another part of the story that sometimes it's hard to admit as a parent and as a mother, and sometimes we not going to be right. What you have to know as the daughter is you gotta know your mother's intent. You have to know her heart. And you're missing that. Because what she's saying to you is, Cheyenne, please, please do not shut me out your life. But she only has so many skills that she's working with. And that means, as the mother, I'm going to tell you what you're doing is wrong. Don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? And so...
a little, yeah.
No. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Because I guess I got lost a little bit in the detail. So, but I'm pretty much, I still feel what you're saying.
Well, I don't want you to get lost in the details. I want you to really, really understand what I'm saying. And if we need to take a step back so you can keep up.
So,
I'm just messing with you, Cheyenne. Cheyenne, like, wait, what?
I was like, I know she knows. She knows. You know. Oh, gosh. That's truly why I honor having this conversation with you, because I know, like, I won't have to over explain myself. That's just kind of the thing that I do a lot, which, comes to the button in the heads with my mom. But
Yeah.
yeah, you're right on. And I want to make sure that I'm receiving the message fully.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. You can be closer to her. You just have to remember you're the daughter. You're not the mother. And it's okay sometimes to tell your mom, okay, mom, thank you. I heard you. Yeah, mom. It's okay.
Mm.
You don't have to sit there and plead your case like, like you got 12 jurors in front of you and you got to win. I'm telling you, because your mama is Generation X. And let me tell you, we just not here for none of that. We're not here for none of that. We don't care about the 12 jurors. We don't care about them. We don't care about none of them.
Oh my gosh.
You understand? We don't care about them jurors. We ain't scared of them.
Yeah. You
So
got that right.
we are not, we were just talking about this in Self-Invested about that meme that was going around where some millennials was coming for Generation X. Like we was raised on Tupac and Biggie. Like what you gonna tell us? Nothing. Nothing.
Oh my goodness.
So, and I know what you're thinking, but how could my mom talk to me like that? Because at some point, we get a little blurred. We forget you are a child when you start bringing that out in us. We like, wait a minute. Oh, you want some? You want some? So I want you to just know your mother's intent. Every mother, every father never wants our children to experience anything that will cause them any discomfort. And whatever that is that we have to say, that we have to do to get you to not do what maybe we are afraid of, we will do it. And sometimes, I'm not saying always, let your mother say what she got to say. Sometimes I remind my kids, just let me say what I got to say. You still get to do what you want to do, but you don't have to go back and forth. Just let me say what I got to say.
Okay.
And then say,
I can do that.
Yeah, you can do that. And then you know what you could say? Thank you so much, Mom, for sharing that with me. And let me ask you a question. How did you come to this understanding in your life? Did something happen that made you see that why you think that what I'm doing is wrong? And let her tell you her story. Because once you understand her story, then you can clarify. Oh, no, Mom, I'm not fixing to do that. Go to a hotel room and spend the night with 12 men? No, Mom, this is my friend from school. We're just going out of town for a concert for the weekend. You get it?
Exactly. Yes.
So, but if you
Because
don't,
she will go all the way.
yes,
You're
like,
no,
how did you get there? How did you get there?
Let's bring it back.
So it's just about you taking your time. Your mother loves you and you love your mother. Give her a big hug. And a good time to have this conversation would be on the 7th or the 8th and talk with her. Do you still live with your mom?
Oh no,
Mhm.
no. She decided to move um quite far, so I can't hug her for a while. But I'm glad to know to definitely
Where did she
give
move
time
to?
because
Did she go to Timbuktu?
just might as well had been. I mean, she went out to Florida. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm. And what
long,
and,
long time.
and let me ask you, why didn't you go?
Why didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a family now. I'm a new mom of two babies and married,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I wanted to stick it out over here with the new job that I had.
Mm-hmm. And your family?
Mhm.
Did you want to go? Be
Oh
honest.
yes.
Be
Oh,
honest.
I love my mom so much.
Yeah. Did you want to go?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But
But I would have liked for it to be like, you know, I don't know, like more like I can still live in my own space but still be close to her, you
right.
know.
Mm-hmm. And is
Yeah.
there a
Yeah, so not
reason?
in the same exact
Yeah.
place.
Is there a reason you can't or your family wouldn't agree to move and find a job and go to Florida and live closer?
Mm, not really. Not really.
Because I
Yeah,
think
because I mean, I could think of other issues, but I don't think it would be.
because I think this is where the separation is really coming in,
Mm.
and nobody really wants to say what the real reason is, and that is I miss you
Mm.
and I really need you.
Mm.
So it becomes everything else.
Mm. Hmm. Wow. That's
Just
interesting.
just think about
You
it.
would think, yeah, yeah.
Even challenges in the relationship, all of that, because you missing your
Mhm.
mama.
Mm. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Mhm.
You know?
Well, I can see that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah, I'm a mama's girl.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
I really appreciate it, and that's yeah. I'm not going to do all the most, but yeah, so you know. So.
Oh, I know you're not. I know you're not. You don't even have it in you. Well, you have it in you to do the most, but no, you won't do the most. You do have it in you, but you won't do it. I know you won't. That's good. That's good. But you won't. But you won't.
Thank you so much.
You're so
Yes.
welcome. Cheyenne on purpose, y'all. Can you imagine? She said
Yeah.
she Cheyenne on purpose. It wasn't a mistake. Don't look at her and say, your name's Cheyenne? Yes, on purpose.
That's right.
And I know that because
Oh,
she
thank
told
you
me
so
that.
much
She
again.
told me that. She said, I'm Cheyenne on
Yeah.
purpose, Miss Blue. On purpose.
Can't play with it.
That's right. Some of y'all got names on accidents. Cheyenne said her name is on purpose. It wasn't an accident, it was on purpose.
Every time.
Every time. Oh, well, I am excited for you, Cheyenne. And I'm
Oh, thank
glad.
you so much.
Yep. And that's how you and
I
your
am
mom can
too.
be closer. Just move. Where you live at now?
Yeah. I'm in Illinois.
Just move. Go
And
to
yeah,
Florida.
I would love to do that. I'm definitely gonna work that out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just start making a plan and start moving. Yep. Make a plan, talk it over with your man, and see what he thinks about it. Check it out. You got enough time to kind of scout out, see what's available, what's going on. Yeah. Get yourself nice and set up.
Agreed.
Yeah. And then they're saying in the chat room, Luna said, tell the kids they'll be closer to Disney World.
Yeah, definitely. We
Oh,
was meaning to get there.
oh, wow. Nakiba said no state tax.
That's probably why Mama's over there.
Yeah, listen, for real. And then just remember, mothers sometimes are not fair. We want what we want,
Mm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Cheyenne. Well, peace and love. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. Much love.
Oh, love you too. Hold the line. Oh, Cheyenne, were you in the you were in the Galactic Frequency Workshop too, weren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, let's
Yes.
go. Listen. Oh, well,
Yes.
thank you so much, Cheyenne. Hold the line. Peace and love. Oh, how beautiful. How beautiful. Let's go to the, let me look at the clock. Let's go to the next caller because y'all will let me stay here. Let's go to the next caller. Calling in from area code 9736. 9736, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from. 9736. Going once. Going twice. Gone.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear
Hello?
you. Hello. Yes, who's on the line?
Oh, hi, Ms.Blue. This is Joyce calling from New Jersey.
Okay, Joyce, you was about to get the business.
I know. I'm glad I heard it. Ms. Blue, I've been listening to your show for a long time.
Oh, wow. How long?
Okay. Ms. Blue, I just want to know how many spirit guides I have around me and if they have a message for me.
I sure will. Let me check for you.
Okay.
You said you've been listening for a long time.
Yeah, a long time. A long time. Over 10 years.
Oh my goodness, that is a long time.
Yeah, since 2012.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I
followed your growth. Yeah.
Well, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, you ready? Total number of spirit guides you have is 19.
Okay, I can believe that.
You got 19 spirit guides. And with all of those spirit guides, they have tons of spirit guides assisting them. Yeah. And when
okay, does any of
I'm getting ready to tell you, 19 spirit guides, when 19 spirit guides come, they are coming to really assist you with growth and expansion, which, interesting, that is in the title tonight, the HoneyDew Expansion, which tells me that there is a lot of things that you're growing in, you're expanding in your life, and you are stepping way, way, way outside of your comfort zone and even embarking on some new journeys in your life.
Okay. Any direct message that, because my load right now feels so heavy, and any encouraging words or anything that they can tell me that can sort of
Mm-hmm.
as a confirmation that I'm on the right track.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Would
first of
help.
all, I want you to think about what I just told you. Mm. This is really serving a greater it's a higher meaning behind all of this. Um, so what new venture have you embarked on? Because let me tell you this. This is for sure. This is about new beginnings. So it's a lot of places in your life where you're kind of starting over, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yes, you're on the right path, but there are some things that have to be taken care of first. But you're definitely on the right
Mm-hmm.
path. Don't question the path you're on because those things are right. I feel like it is going to be some more clarity coming. And in particular, I see a notebook and I see a piece of paper turned down. And wherever I see a notebook and like a paper turned down, I know that it's going to require some sort of signature, some sort of contract is coming in, some sort of agreement. But it looks like because it's on a notebook, this is an agreement of something you have to sign. I don't know if it has something to do with the housing, transportation, or some sort of employment. But it is something of that nature of something that's coming that you're going to have to sign on. You're going to have to give your signature to sign off of.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be important that you trust your intuition, which your intuition has been key
Okay.
for you at this
Mm-hmm.
particular time. And the other thing is, I want you to look for signs and symbols,
Okay.
because signs are going to come. And I feel
Okay.
like these signs are going to come to you in a very unique way. Like maybe a flyer is left on your door, or maybe you get a phone call,
Mm-hmm.
and when you call the number back, it's a business or something. And even though you may not have anything to do with those two things, but this is sort of a sign to let you know, because it's going to come when you're either thinking about something or in the process of getting ready to do something. So I don't want you to take any kind of interruptions, because I see there's been interruptions. Consequently, I
Mm-hmm.
see a person that's sort of in a distance, and I see them with both of their hands and they're holding on to some bars. So I don't know if someone is being locked away, held away, or put away in your life.
Wow. Wow.
Talk
Wow.
to
Okay.
Yeah, talk to me.
Oh my goodness. Okay. That is exactly, I'm dealing with something exactly like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 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 I'll
So,
have to meditate on that one.
well,
All right.
tell me
Okay.
what you're dealing with the locked away, put away. Mhm.
The locked away, I have someone very
Mhm.
close to me, who I am intricately involved in,
Yes.
who is dealing with a court case coming up.
Okay. Okay.
And my goal is to make sure, because he did get the raw end of the deal, to
Mhm.
make sure he does not get locked up,
Okay.
because
So, that's fine.
he is innocent.
Enough said, we are
Okay.
on track. Let's keep going with this channel. All right. So,
Okay.
what's going to be important? So that explains the notebook with the paper there.
Mm-hmm.
You somehow may be asked to sign something on their behalf, or sign
Okay.
something to give your testimony. Something is going to
Yes.
require
Okay.
your signature. Here's what Spirit is saying:
Mm-hmm.
you've got to take your time. You've got to take your time. And while
Mm-hmm.
things are fresh in
Mm-hmm.
your mind, You've got to write them down.
Mhm.
Put them in a journal. You
Okay.
got to write them down because when things happen, sometimes when we're under a little bit of pressure, we will forget
Mhm.
important details. Leave nothing
Okay.
out. Don't try to like manipulate the system to leave something out that you may think
Okay.
is what am I trying to say? Incriminating or
Incriminating.
not.
Mhm.
And be
Mhm.
patient. Be
Okay.
patient. Be patient.
Okay.
Now, the main
Okay.
thing I want you to know is that this may go on a little longer than both of you expected. So I need you to not resist it. Like this isn't like the
Mhm.
final this isn't the final
Mhm.
this is not going to be the final case. Uh, Even if he gets out, they may come back 6 months, a year, something from now
Mhm. Mhm.
and start it all over
Okay.
again, okay? But I don't want you to worry about
Okay.
that. I don't want you. Now, for you,
Okay.
here's the key thing. You got to keep yourself healthy. You got to make sure you're eating good
Mhm.
foods. Make sure that you're doing
Right.
things because in the process of what he's going through, you're recalibrating. You are recalibrating.
Okay.
And your DNA is trying to upgrade and activate. So, as much as I
Okay.
know this is someone you're very, very in love, close to, want to be there for,
Mhm.
I want you to try to
Mhm.
separate what taking care of you so you can be that support
Right.
system. Because if you go down,
Oh.
then it's going to be hard, right? It's going to be hard to stay focused.
Mhm.
The other thing,
Right.
I see a windfall of money coming in. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I see a man with this money, and it appears to be maybe he's going to get a whole bunch of money. I like, and I'm
Mhm.
not going to lie to you. I don't know how far out that is from now, but
Okay.
I do
Okay.
see this money, and I do see that you will get a
Mhm.
portion, like I don't want to say a portion, but like you're going to be involved in this blessing, this windfall blessing
Mhm.
that is there.
Mhm.
Now, here's the thing.
That is so on point. Okay.
Okay, good.
Because he talks about that. He's like, this money is coming. He sees like money, this room full of treasures, and you just said that. And
Mm-hmm.
this is just something that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Now, like I said, no timeline, but what he has to
Right.
focus on is he's got to focus on healing himself while he's going through this, keeping his mind, keeping his body, and you have to assist him with staying grounded because apart, we get it. I get it. He's in a very, this is a very sticky situation. And so he's trying to hold on to dreams. And I know you want to be there for his dreams. But a big part of that is also to prepare him to be patient, to take care of
Mhm.
himself in the process. Now,
Mhm.
here's something else that I see, and I'm going to be completely honest. I know you're open to it. I do see
Okay.
this desire for this partnership, this love, and you two coming together. I see that. I see that. I see that. But I'll tell you what I also see. I then see that a part of this brother doesn't really know who he is. And that could be a
Mhm.
little turbulent for you guys down the road, right? But I also see that
Mhm.
there will be an opportunity for a second chance. Now, I can go through all of this, but I know you know where I'm going with this. In the end, it's going to
Mhm.
be all about self love. Self love.
Right.
Yep. Yeah,
Right.
that's what I see.
Right.
That's what I
Right.
see.
Okay. Wow. That was so on point. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. He just instantly it
Oh my
popped up. I
goodness.
kept saying, "Who's this? Who's this person standing up here with some bars? And what the hell?"
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh. Okay.
yeah.
Well, the bars aren't there yet because the court date is coming up, but it's definitely like sticky.
Here's what I want to tell
So.
you: prepare yourself, take care of yourself, and do your best to keep him grounded. Do your best
Okay.
to keep him aware because that is going to be key in him moving himself forward. And if
Hmm.
it comes a
Okay.
time where he needs space, because I will tell you this, I also see him slipping in and out of some very dark spaces mentally,
Mm.
some very dark spaces.
Mhm.
You understand? And
Mhm.
so that's where
Right.
you can
Right.
be the light. You understand? That's why I'm telling you,
Okay.
you can't afford to go in those dark spaces with him. You
Right.
understand? I want
Right.
you to take care of yourself and really let him know, look, this is the time. Write this stuff down. You got to get stuff in order. You understand? You
Mhm.
can't just think you're going to go in there and say I'm innocent and they're just going to listen to you talk and look at your smile and say you're innocent.
Right. 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 Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Blue.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling in a perfect way for us to
Okay.
to be in the share and to have you call in. So I'm so glad that I could assist you with that channel. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, and I love you, Miss Blue.
I love you too. And if he is ready and willing and up to it, you can even play this back and let him listen to it so he can hear it,
Okay.
for himself. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Well,
All
peace and
right.
love.
Thank
Thank you for calling
you.
in.
Okay. Peace and love.
Oh,
Okay.
beautiful.
Peace.
Hold the line. Wow. Listen, the Honeydew Expansion. Wow. What amazing callers we've had so far on the phone lines. I want to check in with everyone. Ross, again, I want to thank you for that super chat, huge super chat donation. And I want to give a big shout out to the Blue Room because the Blue Room, y'all are just going to make me go back, watch this download when we're done, and sit up in the bed, with the PJs on and my little blankie and read the chat while the show is going on because I haven't had the opportunity to take a look at everything that's going on. But I see some really, really good stuff. And that we're doing. And if anyone, I'll share this with you. We've been talking about the honeydew. And the honeydew melon being this sacred fruit that our ancestors regarded as a sacred fruit and something that was connected with fertility and things that was connected with what we would call expansion and ascension. These are some words that we're using. So I'll use the word ascension. Ascension is something that we go through as the whole planet. If you look at a honeydew melon, it looks round like the earth. And when you open it up, you will see all of the seeds that are in a honeydew. A honeydew has so many seeds in it. And those seeds are representation of not only life and all of the beings on the planet for the ascension, but also to you as the individual for your expansion. Now, I don't recommend that you do a manifestation ritual during this eclipse. The eclipse is a time that has often been regarded as a time to go within, and our ancestors really felt it was a time to get quiet. And I recommend that you all do that because this is going to provide you for a solid foundation for some major transformation and powerful activations of downloads that you've been taking in for your whole entire life. And certainly all the downloads you've been taking in for the last 18 months. Yes, Lance, a time of reflection time, not a judging time, not a badgering time, but a time to get real with yourself and really ask yourself those questions. What are the things that I need at this time? What do I need now? Do I need a good cry? Do I need to yell? Do I need to laugh? Do I need to play? Do I need to sit in silence? And what parts of myself that I've kept hidden for whatever reason, because you were afraid or because you were unsure or because you just felt like you didn't have the strength to do it or you didn't want to acknowledge something. Maybe it was a relationship or maybe it was, something you lost along the way, a friendship or a connection. It could be some of those things, or it even could be bad financial decisions that you've made or habits that you've developed. And really take a look at that and be willing to face it. And not only be willing to face it, really be willing to say, what is it that you would like to do now? Do you still want to live this way? Know that these things are holding you back from seeing the whole picture of who you are, of really understanding more at a deeper, at a soul level of who you are. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is bad. A lot of times things about ourselves that have been coming up, and for whatever reason, we haven't taken it serious, or we think we got more time, or we want to do it our way, or we're just ignoring it, or we're hiding it, or we're not sharing it. We think those things are going away, but we're all really being asked and called at this time to make some real heart-centered decisions that we would no longer deny a part of who we are, right? And so it's about taking care of your health. Maybe that's it. I told you guys that's for me, like really getting more rigid. Not rigid, well, yeah, I need to get rigid. Rigid with more of my health regimen, making sure that I'm putting that front and center when it comes to the physical aspect and doing more of that, taking time to really step forward and really own that the way I want to own it, right? Because this isn't about what other people think. Most people look at us and think that we got it all figured out, or that nothing nothing needs, you don't need to work on nothing. But the truth of the matter is we know that there are some things that really trigger us, and we know that there are some things that really is making us play small or not really express ourselves in the way that we want. Maybe we're afraid that people won't receive what we have to say the way we have to say it. But we also know that is because sometimes we are saying messages to ourselves that are in contrast to those things. Then look at your life and honestly say, be bold enough, have courage enough to say that you are living the life that you want. And don't let anyone make you feel guilty for wanting material things. We've got to get out of that. It is nothing wrong with having material things. It is nothing wrong with saying, I want to live in a house that looks a certain way, feels a certain way, so that I can be comfortable in that house. It's nothing wrong with any of those things. Absolutely nothing. It doesn't mean you're not spiritual. In fact, it means you're even more spiritual because you're willing to embrace all of who you are. You're willing to embrace your spirit and your physical self. You got to know that God and money is connected to each other. And whenever we start to separate that understanding, I'm not talking about chasing things. I'm not talking about being money hungry. I'm talking about understanding that everything here on the planet is used for a tool for you, and you don't have to lack with any of it. And in fact, there are individuals, there are people on the planet that is waiting for you to step into all of who you are so you can assist them into stepping into all of who they are. And so we are here to really be there for each other, for each other, for each other. It is an exchange of energy. It is an exchange of love. If we want to build a world where everyone has the opportunity to see their greatness, it is going to take some of us to step forward. And we have to step forward in the agreements that we made coming here to earth. One of them is that you have to be able to breathe. The other one is you have to be able you have to be able to speak or communicate. It's not even through your mouth, but through communication. You have to be able to communicate some shape, form, or fashion, or have someone to help you communicate. And material things here is what we agreed upon. We agreed that we would exchange energy for material things that we need on this planet. And a lot of us wants to change some of those agreements, and I think they should be. I think everyone should have a right to have a place to live if they want. Everyone should have water if they want. Everyone should be able to have health care if they want. But the only way that things will change is if you step into being who you're supposed to be. And a lot of times that get clouded. And in the world where we're in and out of these different dimensions called social media, we're watching other people's lives and we're attempting to mirror our lives upon their lives, and we're losing our own uniqueness. And everyone here is unique. We are not individuals. We are a collective, but we are all unique. And you have to make sure that you are tapping into your uniqueness. This is the only thing that will separate you from the noise, from the outside world, is your uniqueness. When you bring that to the table, it is untouched, it is unmatched, it is recognizable. And so even if you hear people say the same words, the frequency is not going to be the same. The vibration is not going to be the same. And if it is authentically coming from your uniqueness, you will see your energy. It will bear fruit. If you're struggling right now, it's okay. If you're unsure right now, it's okay. We are going through a period of transformation. I encourage all of you to really sit with yourself, really do some spiritual exploration, and really have a conversation with yourself about what you need in your life right now and what is your soul truly seeking. And then, what do I need to let go? Who cares what the world says? Who cares what your mother's going to say, your father's going to say, your children or your friends or your neighbor or your tribe? What do you need to let go of? And I'm talking about, what do you need to let go? What thoughts do you need to let go? What dreams do you need to let go of? Because in the end, it wasn't even your dream. It was someone else's dream that you thought was a great dream because you didn't know how to dream for yourself. What things do you need to let go of? And then ask yourself, where do I need to surrender? Stop fighting. Stop fighting. You can't get on your path if you're fighting. Stop fighting, surrender, so that you can hear those next steps come in for you. So you can hear, and we have to have patience with ourselves, and even patience with others. So take this time to sit with yourself. See what comes up. Play a little game. Have fun. This is really a celebration time. But it's also a time to take to spend alone. But it's a time of celebration. Look at all that you have become. Look at everything in the last 18 months, the last 10 years, the last since 2012, and look at what happened even beyond that. Look at everything that you have gone through. Look at it. And then decide, what do I need to let go of? What do I need to let go of? If you are holding on and still attaching patches, spiritual patches to yourself of your traumas, of your dramas, of your pain, of your hurt, you, not your destiny, will be recreating this in your new world. Whatever you let go of, let it go. Don't make it a part of your bio or your story anymore if it's not serving you. Take the wisdom, take the joy, and take the love and bring it with you. And the rest, let it go. Leave it. You're making room for new lessons. You're making room for more light. You're making room for more activation. And if you keep all of this old stuff because somebody tricked you out of your greatness and told you, because some shit happened to you 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, that you have to always leave with that story, then you will never know for sure. How magnificent and how powerful you truly are. You will never get to know that. You will never get to see that. You will never get to walk in that. You will never get to own that. You will never get to embody that. We have to, the seasons of the moon is teaching us transformation first, and then manifestation. For a long time, we've been manifesting and then transforming. Now you got to transform, let some shit go before you step into something new. It's going to be a little different. You might want to put up some resistance, but I want to encourage you to let it go. You will learn. You will learn the ways of you, and you will see things that will shock, amaze, and surprise you about how powerful, how intelligent, how loving, how multidimensional, how creative you really are. Finally, you will see how your uniqueness is changing the world. So, I'm going to leave us with that. I want to say that I love you all and love you all. And we will be back here. We'll be back here soon. And I'm going to come on and we'll have some more things to talk about. We will talk about the workshop, the 4 weeks coming up, and all the things that we have ahead of us. Because it is so much expansion. I would encourage you to get the HoneyDew. And if you didn't hear what I said in the beginning, you can always download so that you can hear all of those things. I want to encourage you, if you have not subscribed, like, I don't know what you waiting on, but do that. And if you know somebody that could use a good word in the share, because it's always a magical moment when we come on and share our stories with each other, because we are truly here growing up with each other. So I am sending you galactic hugs and oracle kisses as we take another journey through this gateway and really elevate ourselves to the next level. I know I'm excited and I'm ready to do the work, and of course to keep loving myself and loving you all every step of the way. Planet Remix, baby. The best place to be in the entire galaxy. So, I love you all. And yeah, y'all be safe out here in these cosmic streets. Peace and love, soul family. Peace and love. Oh, don't forget to leave me a comment. Some of your takeaways from tonight's share and what you're going to be doing on this total solar lunar eclipse. Yeah, it'll be the last one we have in Scorpio. Then we'll have another one in Taurus later in the year. And then we will be moving on to Aries and Libra as our north and south nodes. Love you, soul family.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Attention all secret agents, this is an emergency broadcast from the headquarters. Please listen, we have agents missing.